Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 505, live. Welcome into a special edition of Wrestle Wars Genesis. Tonight is going to be one hell of a badass night in the squared circle. We've got contract cases on the line. We've got contendership champions on the line. Champions going to be defending their titles. It's going to be a fire evening of in-ring action. Before we get to that, we've got a few things to discuss. There's lots going on in the pro wrestling news world. It's on fire right now. There's some bad news. There's some good news. We're going to get to that. We've also got some dirt sheets we can check out aside from that. And, of course, a couple of lists that are very interesting. We'll talk about those a little later. But before we get to any of it, we're going to invite the co-host of the most Glenola from Team Glenalians to the broadcast. He's already here, ready to rock and roll. Glenola's good to have you on board, as always. Well, not always, but mostly always. Welcome in. What's new and exciting? You got anything going on? I mean, you had a really good stream yesterday. Let's start, because I mean, we're going to get into some discussion that's going to go a little south of the border, as you know. So before we get to any of that, let's talk about some good stuff, like your stream yesterday. I mean, I was there. Well, to be fair, out of the 6 hours and 25, it's not funny. How dare you, sir? I did. At least I didn't. At least I wasn't. Hey, it could have been worse. It could have been worse because you invited me to the broadcast. And if I had have actually done that, I would have been pulling a Christian Cool. Would have been sawing logs on your stream, man. No, I was there a lot longer than an hour and a half. I was there for probably about half of that time. So I enjoyed myself. It's funny because there's very few people I even enjoy watching play Final Fantasy. And I think some of it is some people that play just take it too fucking serious, where you're having a good time and having fun with it. It's why I used to like watching Kraken Skulls play. What was the game he called? It was Final Fantasy. What was it called? Opera?
Oh,
I believe it was a phone.
I know the game.
Wasn't it a phone game? A mobile device game? Yeah. So a lot of people said they didn't really like that game, and you know, I believe Kraken said you do have to spend some money, even though he didn't. But that's the thing, though, is he was just having fun with it. So it was always kind of entertaining to be on his channel and interacting with him, and because he didn't get into the game too much, where he ignored his audience. And I find a lot of Final Fantasy streamers, they start out the stream, they're interactive and they're there, and then once they get into the game, they just get sucked in so badly that everybody in the chat is talking and discussing things, but a lot of the times the streamer that's playing that particular game tends to forget they have an audience to associate with. But so
well,
there's
one thing I do run into sometimes in games is where I'll get engrossed.
Oh, I mean, it happens, but I mean, you know, I don't know. It's just when it happens, when it's like a constant thing and you're just not there paying attention to your audience at all.
That's one of the reasons why I put the chat back up on the screen.
Yeah.
This makes it easier for you to see it.
Joe Mama is in the house. What's going on, Joe Mama? Joe Mama says it's just sad how he died. Yeah, well, you know, it really, really is a tragic thing. And we are going to talk about that just before we get to any of the sad news for the evening. We're just trying to get a few good conversations to get the night started off right on the right side of the bed, so to speak, if you will, because we're going to be heading south of the border with that conversation, I can assure you, but because it is a very sad thing. Jamama says his uncle had a heart attack 50 minutes before he had one. It's just his uncle survived, but he didn't. Wow. Yeah, see, I didn't know that.
I hadn't heard anything about that.
I hadn't heard anything about that. Hey, Joe Mama, let me ask you something. Have you been paying attention to Cletus? Man, that man has been on a hell of a savage tear as of late. I don't know if you've been paying attention or if you've seen his matches as of lately, but oh my God. So Cletus, Glenol, I don't know how familiar you are with Cletus. He's a newer superstar. He's mostly been in YTD World War III Dark.
I think I've seen or watched a match or something that he was in.
Well, he started off his career with a win and 2 losses, but ever since the second loss, I mean, his career is just taken off. I mean, he's just beating people left and right. They're stepping up to the plate. He's swinging for the fences and hitting home runs. It's been crazy. But anyways, Joe Mama, my other point that I'm going to make with that whole thing, part of that was what I just told Glenola. Once you see the matches, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyways, Cletus, Joe Mama, is in the building tonight. and he is set for a big opportunity, and that's all I'll say. That is all I'll say. He's a beefy boy. Yeah, he's a beefy boy. Yeah, he is. Man is a savage. I sometimes wonder if he... Because I used to always refer to Jack Quad as a savage beast of a man. I wonder if Cletus and Jack Quad are somehow related. Their physiques alone. You know? Genetics could play a part in that. Who knows? But just like Jack Quad, Cletus, chiseled. That man looks like he's been chiseled out of granite. But, very good in the ring. That's been very interesting to watch his career take off at YTD. And then tonight, because of all of his effort and hard work, of course, he's getting rewarded with a huge opportunity tonight. But that's all I'm going to say. We'll leave the rest of that to your imagination, Joe Mama, but you'll just have to tune in and see what's going on. But Cletus is here, and he's got a big opportunity tonight. He used to be 600 pounds. Good God. Was he related to Yoko? Maybe he's not related to Jack Quad, Glenola. He's related to Yokozuna. That's what it is. He's related to Yokozuna. It's like Yokozuna on steroids. What the hell? 600 pounds. Good for Cletus for losing all that weight. Because the man is absolutely jacked and in great health and looking good in the ring. He was still flying around the ring at 600 pounds. Damn, that must have been a scary sight to be. I mean, I got to tell you, I wouldn't want to be the one laying on the canvas when a 600-pound man comes off the top rope with like a moonsault or some shit. Jumping, leg drop, none of that. None of that. Fuck all that. I don't want any of that. Now he's 420 of pure muscle. Yeah, he is built like a fucking wall, that guy. He really is. But anyway, so we were talking about Glenola's stream. I don't know, Jamama, if you're a fan of Final Fantasy, but he's right now playing Final Fantasy. Is 15 online?
15, yeah.
15 online. And what I was saying was I'm not always entertained by watching people play Final Fantasy, because when you tune into a channel, you do want to watch the game. You want to enjoy what's going on with that interaction and that piece of being a part of the channel while you're communicating with the with the fans of the channel and the community. But I just find a lot of Final Fantasy streamers get way too wrapped up. They get too serious about it, and they just forget that they're there to have fun with their community as well as I find sometimes the community carries the channel, not necessarily the streamer. If that makes more sense. Does that make more sense if I say it that way? Well, I don't know, but. Yeah. And Glenola's shouting himself out. That is savage, sir. Absolutely savage. I want to change that up because, there's no mention of Glenalians in there, just to be warning people that although it is a great channel with a good community, Glenalians are present and can, make your night go south of the border.
Glenalians come in peace.
They do not ever come in
peace.
Are friends. Ever. No, they are not friends. That is a misguided and misinformed fabrication. So you've been brainwashed by the Glenalians. That's the problem here.
Jamal, that would have been Final Fantasy X.
Oh, sorry, what? Oh, Jamama said, I only got one of them. It was an island one where there's a guy with a ball that he throws. That's all I know. Sorry, which one was that, Glenola? Yo, Nighthawk. What's going on, Nighthawk? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you stopping by. Welcome to episode number 505, my friend. Special edition of the Archiverse tonight. We're going to see some contenderships on the line. We're going to see some championships on the line. It's going to be a great night of in-ring act. We're going to see some faction wars. The in-ring rivalries and fiery feuds are going to be stepping into the limelight tonight. We got one hell of a card. It's going to be a fire night. But anyways, thanks for coming in. Can we get a shout-out for... Never mind. Glenola already did that. That was... Stay out of my head, sir. See? You and your Glenala... See what I'm saying? That's part of the problem. It is not okay to be in my head. I didn't say that. I just said stay out of my head. Stay out of my head. But Nighthawk and Joe Mama already in the house. And we got some other
complain about me doing shout-outs, so
we do have some other people in the house too, but they are not speaking up. They are lurking in the dark like demons of the night, which scares me a little, by the way. I'm not even gonna lie. I hate when people are lurking because it's usually the villains of the community that are doing that shit, and they are just waiting for the proper moment to jump in and cause some sort of goddamn problem. Because this is you know, we always say it, best community, best channel. We are the late night place to be. This is the villainous place to be. It really is. Insubordinate are most of my mods,
So
my community members, a bunch of savage wolves, all of you.
Well,
But anyways, yo, Strife is in the house. DC is in the house. DC says, just so you know, Archer, not okay to call me that. Well, hello to you too, Archer, Strife says. What are you guys up to? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. DC, what's going on in Coneville? How are the little cones doing?
Have to go to work.
Can't stay long, go to work? Understandable. That is understandable.
Have a great time at work. Don't forget to bring us tasty baked goods.
Tasty baked goods. Explain. Do you work at a bakery? I work at a bakery, but if I send you baked goods, depending on where you live, they might not be as tasty as they should be by the time they get there. Nighthawk says, haven't touched any... Whoops. Back up I go. Haven't touched anything Fed-wise tonight, to be honest. The Archerverse TV, the very first Fed that Nighthawk has joined tonight. Words of his own mouth. Actually, technically his fingers. But this is his first stop Fed-wise. We should be honored. Thank you, Nighthawk. That is awesome. And wise, I must say. We got a fire show tonight. So anyways, yeah, I just find that a lot of Final Fantasy players just get way too serious about the game and forget to have a little bit more fun with their community and stuff. So again, there are those people that I can, well, like I enjoyed watching Kraken Skulls play it. I enjoy watching Glenola play it. I've watched Christian Cool, J Negative Gaming. You know, I'm just key. There's been a few different people that I've watched play, and I enjoy it, but that's because in addition to enjoying the game, they're also enjoying their community, and that's a big thing. That is a big thing. It's like even going to a wrestling channel. You know within 10-15 minutes whether or not you want to be there or not. Just by simple interaction, what's happening, you know what I mean, whatever's transpiring with that channel. It's no different. Believe me, I'm not knocking Final Fantasy. I've never actually played a single Final Fantasy game myself. At least not its entirety. I have been at friends' houses and, you know, taken over a paddle and played the game or whatever, but I'm by far not a Final Fantasy expert, but I have watched it for a long time and watched all my friends play and even beat the game. So it's funny, I actually enjoy, for the most part. I mean, I could tell you which ones I personally liked, but, you know, that always starts the debate of which Final Fantasy game is the best of all time, and I hate getting into that conversation, because even though I have my opinion, everybody's like, nah, man, it's this, and this. It's like, well, you know, I bet really it's subjective, isn't it? You know, it's subjective and based on your personal opinion and perception, but... but, I mean, as a whole, there were some. So here's the thing, and I won't name them. If you guys are Final Fantasy fans, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyways, there's some Final Fantasy games I just didn't fucking understand. Now I know most of them aren't even connected, anyways, other than the characters, and some were the same, etc. They're all different adventures. But there's at least two, and I'm not going to get into it. Don't fucking ask. I will ban you. Sir Jack the Greatest is in the house. What's going on, Jack? Welcome in, buddy. Appreciate you being here. Just not on the broadcast, because, you know, apparently, Glenola, we're not good enough to get on the broadcast with and have a great conversation with our community. So, but it's okay. Glenola and I aren't hurt. We're not hurt by your actions, Jack. It's fine. Honestly. Jack says, "Oh hell no." What about Joe Lincoln? Joe Lincoln. What is today? Today is Thursday. So Joe Lincoln is at work. He's probably about 5 or 10 minutes away from tuning in. We can razz him then. You know what though, Jack? Seeing how you just got here, Nighthawk was talking mad trash about you. Said he was going to have a wrestler inked to a contract that's going to whoop the shit out of JC. Now, I take personal offense to that a little bit. JC's part of the coalition. But yeah, he was saying, I don't know who this new signee will be or where they come from, but apparently...
So, Elijah Archer's teaching him how to choke professionally. Okay.
Yeah, Archer did not teach JC. JC came with a a history already. He was, you know, Alice Blade got JC into the coalition. You see, it was nobody paying attention. There were conversations with Alice and Archer a few months back. I mean, nobody pays attention. See what I'm saying? It's the ignorance.
Now that he's
the
there,
ignorance.
Archer is teaching him how to professionally choke.
Joe Mama says, "Can I get an opponent's name to see if I know them?" Sorry, what are we talking about again? Are we talking about Final Fantasy here, or are we talking about...
He wants Cletus's opponent's name.
Oh, no, because that will give away... Listen, so here's the thing, Joe Mama. Cletus, again, been on an absolute tear. Absolute tear. So he's been given a huge opportunity tonight. And that's all I'm going to really tell you. All I'm going to tell you. But think of it this way. Think of it this way. I don't think he's lost a match in the past 4 or 5 matches... And he's been invited to Wrestle Wars Genesis to compete tonight in our special edition show. I mean, you could maybe come up with some sort of idea of maybe, you know, I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it to your imagination, sir. Stripe says, we don't have a reveal match card here. No, we don't. We don't reveal matches. Did we miss anything other than Archer's big mouth? How dare you, sir? No, you didn't miss anything yet. We just started. We were talking about Final Fantasy because, of course, Glenola is playing Final Fantasy 15 online. Had a tremendous stream yesterday to which I actually fell asleep in. I woke up at the 6 I think it was around 6 hours and 25-minute mark or something like that. I was weird because I had the show, as you know.
It's not online, Archer. 15 is just straight.
Oh, is it just okay? I thought it was an online version. Okay, 14 was online. That's right. Right. I knew that. But anyways, I had the show planned for last night, but around just before 9 o'clock, I was in Glenola stream, and I just started to not feel so good. Like, I started to get really dry, and then I got a bad headache, and I passed out in his I woke up still on his stream at the 6 hour and 25-minute mark, which means I collected a lot of Glenalien points. I'm very excited about that.
But yeah, which you missed a freebie last night, Archer.
A freebie? What happened?
I sang last night. I did some karaoke.
You did some karaoke? Damn it. I always miss well, I don't always miss it, but I that's the second or third time in the past few months that I've missed you doing karaoke on your channel.
I sang Chuck and Berry.
Did you? Which song?
My Ding-a-ling.
My Ding-a-ling, I should have guessed, yeah. Those numbers are good, too, by the way. 995 is unlucky, 899 unlucky. 007 and 700 are the numbers you need to win the jackpot tonight. And of course you can play twice because there's 2 sets of numbers. 025 puts you in the running. For the channel redemption reward. Who did that? Joe Mama. So Joe Mama, and you know, I've said it 1,000 times, I'll just remind everybody, listen, if you want to win a jackpot, that's the one you want to win. The channel redemption reward gives you the pick of the lot. You can pick any channel redemption reward absolutely free of charge and utilize it in any manner you wish. But I mean, who the hell was going to argue about winning a YTD championship up? So there's that, you know. But anyways, so yeah, Joe Mama, you are in the running for the channel redemption reward, which again is 007. You have 025. So unless somebody gets closer, then you will win that channel redemption reward. 625, unlucky. Just not. I mean, that would have been cool if you had gotten the running for that one too. That would have been the second time in the past couple shows where somebody has gotten close to both. Joe Link is the one that took. Was it Strife? I think Strife. Was it you that was close to both, and Joe Link snuffed you out on one?
Good luck variants of
I think so.
I
think it was, yeah.
Fun channel rewards
of course, I've hit it. Yeah.
Okay, I'm out.
Yeah.
I've done it more than once, taking both prizes in one night.
All right, DC, you have a good day at work. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Superstar.
You have a great time, DC.
Variants of Strife is Kenny Omega today. Well, if you're going to be anybody, why not be Kenny Omega? One of the best wrestlers on the planet. It depends on who you are, I guess. I know some people have their issues with Kenny Omega. Me personally, I think Kenny Omega is fantastic. I would love to see him in the WWE at WrestleMania at some point. Glenola is The Rock, the most electrifying man in all of sports entertainment, the People's Champ.
Superstar.
And also the champion of the Glenellians, incidentally, apparently. Joe Mama is Alexa Bliss. Well, you're tiny but cute, Joe Mama. I guess I'm pregnant. Well, you know, things happen in life, my friend. I mean, but if you really are, could we please have pictures? The Discord is a perfect place to share stuff like that. We have section. I mean, you can pay, if you're actually pregnant, you can just put that wherever you want. We don't even care. Actually, no, don't post it in the champion section. We'll have to whoop your ass. Don't touch our championships. So put it in one of the other sections. Put it in the landing pad. We don't care. But, no. Joe Mama says, no, I'm a guy.
We have cookers.
Well, I mean, Junior...
You can private message the pictures to Archer.
Junior was pregnant. I mean, we all saw that show, right? So we know it's possible in some universe and fashion. Honeybee Wrestling is in the house. What's going on, Honeybee? Yo, Honeybee, did you check out your B. Jackson? B. Jackson had one hell of a match earlier today with Nikki Bella. Did you see it? Did you see that match?
I did.
That was fucking phenomenal. And by the way, I know Oni's not here. Oni's at work until 11. Apparently his boss makes him work till 11, not just 10 anymore. Which, by the way, we should all get a hold of Infinite Oni's boss. And, you know, let him know of our dismay of him having to work an extra hour when he could be here with us, hanging out and having a good time. It is absolutely ghastly, inappropriate, unacceptable. How dare Oni's boss? Unless he's his own boss, then how dare he? I forget if Oni is self-employed or works for the man. I can't remember.
No, he works for a company.
He works for a company? Okay. So, Sir Jack is scooping people up. And ragdolling them. Scooped up Honeybee and ragdoll. I mean, that is not the way to treat Honeybee Wrestling. Honeybee, I apologize. I apologize for Sir Jack's antics, if you will. Totally unacceptable. We don't tolerate that here, Honeybee.
Stripe, I couldn't remember if I shouted you out, so I lost track.
Emoji middle finger, medium skin tone.
Oh, Sir Jack, we don't do that. That is not acceptable behavior. I mean, we don't put things like that out in the universe. We don't want to. I mean, there could be younger people here. Even actually, I don't think unless y'all are fucking lying, you can't be young and be here anyways because they make you choose shit. Now you have to list your channel whether it's appropriate for children and all that stuff now. But I believe mine's set to 18 plus. Is that right? Is it?
I thought yours was. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. But in any case, how dare you, Sir Jack, be so foul?
Got one more bell to go.
We do not appreciate it, Sir Jack. My bad for Archer having me push that button. How dare you, sir? Do not blame me for your shortcomings in life.
You keep missing it in chat. I got one question for you, Archer.
One question?
What, two?
2 questions or 1 question?
No, what two?
What two? What two?
Yeah. Final Fantasy.
I'm not. Nope. Not even getting into that conversation. I am not doing it. I'm just saying there was a couple.
You put the ban if the person asked that, so I had to ask. It's been a while since I got banned.
I do not like getting into that conversation with people, but there are 2 specific Final Fantasy games that I just didn't fucking quite understand. Doesn't mean they weren't still, visually nice to watch, stuff like that, because Final Fantasy games are all kind of cool in that sense, regardless, but there's just a couple, and that's all. And yeah, I do have a couple I would say I liked better than others. Not getting into that either. overall, in different ways, I enjoyed, all of them. Depending on who was playing, of course.
It's just, you said you were going to ban, so, I hadn't been banned in a while, so I had to ask.
Gotcha. So anyways, yeah, so you ended up going for just about 8 hours.
Yeah, roughly 8 hours.
Yeah, and whereabouts did you leave off? Because obviously I didn't see the last half of your stream, so I didn't.
Hope you like the hug Thurtraverse.
I got there toward the end. I was going through story missions.
Okay. You're going through some story missions, right?
Yeah, I kind of went to do one story mission and then just kept.
Almighty.
Nice. Okay, so we're gonna dive in to what I know is on everybody's mind, and that is the sad and untimely and tragic passing of Bray Wyatt. And I do have, there is an article, well, it's not an article, it's actually a Twitter posting concerning Bray Wyatt. It was posted by Ross Sapp from Fightful Select. I just have to find it again. It's the one I wanted to read because he was the first one that was allowed to post about it. Just give me a second here. As soon as I find it, I did have it right in front of me.
Yeah, Bray was held back.
Well, for some reason I went back to it and it just totally disappeared from my screen.
Bray Wyatt, emoji dove, fly hide MR Eater of Worlds, you will be missed.
But anyway, so it was Sean Ross Sapp from Fightful Select.
Simply type.
And of course, I mean, he does collaboration with other sites as well and stuff. But anyways, he was given permission to post it. So what happened with Bray Wyatt is that he had contracted COVID, which ended up causing a heart problem for him. Now, it did look like he was progressing very well. Hell, there was even talks of a return and other such things. And then, unfortunately, today, at the age of 36, which is, by the way, far too young for anybody, he sadly suffered a heart attack and succumbed to that heart attack, and we lost a true future legend, Hall of Famer, a genius, one of the greatest. I mean, he was only 36, and most people will tell you he had one of the greatest minds in pro wrestling. The charisma the guy had, the body of work he displayed in the ring, the things, the way he treated his fans outside of the ring. There were so many reasons to like Bray Wyatt. And personally, I just want to offer, on behalf of all of us from our entire community, condolences to the Rotunda family and their friends and family that are grieving through this hard time, because it's absolutely tragic. The man had a fiance and 4 children. He had 2 children with his current fiance and 2 children with his ex-wife, and they are now sadly without who I can only imagine was probably a can you imagine Bray Wyatt as your dad? Because I bet you he was fun as hell.
Honestly, I think he's probably one of those guys outside the ring that was just amazing to be around.
No, he's got 4 kids. Jabama says that makes a grown man cry. Well, I mean, I said to who's? Oh, you're going through all the different champions. Okay, I was wondering. I saw WCW. I was like, who is Soul Embers here? He likes to do that. He'll pop in and start looking at the WCW history for some reason every once in a while.
I need a hug for this.
He's the master of the struggle bus. He does weird shit. Exactly. But honestly,
up into a powerful bear
even back when he was in NXT, and before he came up and changed his name to Bray Wyatt, and or then later became the Fiend and was part of the Wyatt family, and all that stuff. I mean, he was always interesting. He was always very compelling to watch. He always had something to say. First and foremost, I was an IRS fan. I liked his father, Mike Rotunda. I really enjoyed Mike Rotunda's body work. He was one of the great heels of all time.
I'm glad that I'm not the only one who will admit that they were a huge fan of IRS.
Sir Jack says Alice Blade is the longest and last WCW Women's United States champion. Yes, she is. He's always got to bring that up. It's like he can't let go of the past. Krondos BR in the house. What's going on?
Hey, Krondos.
So yeah, very, very sad and tragic. And again, I don't want to spend an entire show talking about such a sad event. Just to let everybody know, I created this card before I even found out what transpired with Bray Wyatt. So just to let everybody know, Bray Wyatt is in our first match of the night.
Coming to the I had said something about him returning and recreating the Wyatt family.
I was initially going to remove him and replace him with somebody else, but I thought, you know, it's tragic and sad, but I would love to see Bray Wyatt wrestle one more time, so why not watch him wrestle tonight? And going forward, I also did say earlier, you know, that Bray Wyatt will automatically be entered into our Legends division. He was for sure a future Hall of Famer. Again, he's a future legend and genius. One of the greatest minds in the business at such a young age. He had such an illustrious career. So he'll be part of our Legends division going forward. But I figured instead of replacing him, we're going to watch the man wrestle. And we'll see what happens. He's got a big matchup in the first match of the night that's going to be for the YTD Academy Grand Prix Championship contract case. It is an eliminator matchup. So it should be very entertaining. And that's how we're going to kick the show off, how we're going to set the tone for the evening. Just wanted to give everybody a heads up that Bray Wyatt will be in the first match of the night. Sir Jack says, but also that title is retired. Sorry, which title is retired? Oh, the WCW Women's United States Championship? Is that are we still talking about that?
Well, for now, it's retired.
Crondo says, I searched for the fourth generation wrestlers, and there's some out there, like the Usos are fourth generation. Jacob Uso, David Finlay, and Bandito. Yeah, there are a few fourth generation wrestlers, not too many. Not too many. Now, Bray would have been third generation.
Good luck, Honeybee Wrestling. There are some amazing and fun channel rewards to choose from.
080. Isn't that like just about right on the number? That takes out Strife, I think. Was it Strife?
Good luck, Honeybee.
No, it was Joe Mama.
No, Joe Mama, but yeah, that'll take him out of running.
That takes him out of the running because that is only 10 points away from the Channel Redemption Reward. So, Honeybee, you're in the lead now for the Channel Redemption Reward. 590, however, unlucky. 629, unlucky. Numbers are 700 and 070. So here's what we can do. I am going to get the first match of the night started, get the tone center of the evening underway. It is for the YTD World War III Grand Prix Championship contract case. It is going to be an absolutely fire match and a great way to kick things off for the evening. Again, just a forewarning for anybody that a little too sad. Maybe they're not going to want to watch the match, but Bray Wyatt is in the matchup. People handle grief and death in different ways, so it's just a forewarning. He is in the match. But we're going to do that right now, and then I have a question for everybody: what is your favorite Bray Wyatt moment? But let's get things rocking and rolling, get the electricity flowing. It is time for episode 505 live to get underway. First match of the evening, and it is going to be a doozy. You got Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn from Weapons of Mass Destruction. Coach B. Henry, new member of Phenomenal Soul, former member of Tons of Funk. The world was shocked when B. Henry joined Joe Lincoln and Jay Simmons and CM Punk, not to mention. Even though Glenola does not like to talk about CM Punk, he does happen to be part of that faction.
PM Punk.
PM Punk. It comes off so naturally for you. Kareem Key Woods, the OG villain of the Archivers, also a member of Phenomenal Soul, rejoining Coach B. Henry. The only person missing, actually, from that original Tons of Funk faction, Glenola, is the voice Reese Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be interesting to see the voice return? Now, what would his...
That would be awesome.
I wonder if he would choose to follow Henry and Kareem, or if he'd just do his own thing for a while, or what do you think he would do? I mean, I think he would probably join them.
I would think he probably would join them.
Yeah.
But I know what I would love for him to do.
What would you like for him to do?
Join a different faction.
You'd like him to join a different faction? You'd like him to join the Wolf Pack. I knew where that was going, yeah. I mean, I can't blame you for wanting to have him on your roster.
No, come on!
Can't blame you for wanting to have him on your roster. But we also have the Wolfman, Alan Severn from Team Glenola, ready to rock and roll tonight in this Eliminator matchup. L.A. Knight, we have Austin Theory, who has been a fucking thorn in Archer's side from time to time at YT. I don't know what the hell's going on there. I mean, it hasn't happened in the last couple matches, but Austin Theory tends to like to interfere in Archer's matches. I have no idea what's going on there or why that's happening. But he is in the matchup tonight, and of course, as I said earlier, the genius himself, Bray Wyatt, in this matchup, and that's how we're going to get the tone center of the night underway. 6 villains going to war inside the Eliminator for the YTD Academy Grand Prix Championship contract case. Glenola, it is showtime and go time, sir.
Archer?
Yes, sir.
Since this is a special Archerverse.
And by the way, before I forget, Froggy Boss Legs in the house.
Hey, Froggy! But since this is a special edition,
Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, is a free agent as of 10 days ago. And you want to open the betting lines for this match? All right. I will allow it because, as Glenola said, it is a special edition. So much like a tournament or a stream preview, we will allow the betting lines to be open. Froggy, feel free to join us on the broadcast if you can or want to. All right, so give me a second while I open the betting line.
Still trying to figure that out. Since you pointed it out, I'm still trying to figure that out. But yeah.
All right. So who walks out? Contract case holder.
Sorry, it's Justin Sleepy RN.
We got Alan Severn, the Wolfman. We've got L.A. Knight. B. Henry. Coach B. Henry. How dare I? Speaking of, the man himself, former member of Tons of Funk, multiple-time world champion, television champion, and of course, tag team champion. Actually, I'm not sure he won the television champion, now that I've said that, but multiple-time tag team champion, and he's been world champion. He is the leader of Tons of Funk, or was, the group formerly known as Tons of Funk. They are now Phenomenal Soul. He and Kareem Key Woods, the OG villain of the Archverse. It is Coach B. Henry from Team 3 TVB, now known as Coach B.
Alrighty, I think I got them all open for tonight.
You got them all open?
I think so. I've opened up to the 5th match at least. You have your championship rounds, final 3, so...
Oh, gotcha, okay, yeah.
I think that's all of them.
Alright, so we also have Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn.
Oh.
Oh
man, Wolfman, B. Henry, Fat Lad.
Austin Theory.
This is 1.0, take 2.
It's what?
1.0, take 2.
Take 2. And Bray Wyatt, also in this matchup. You guys are going to have 10 minutes to make your bets. And there we go. Betting lines are open. Gamble away, you betting fiends. It is showtime and go time. Matchup is about to get underway. And you've got 9 minutes and 50 seconds to get your bets in. All right. Speaking of Bray Wyatt, here he comes, making his way to the ring right now. Grondos BR says Coach B overrated. Bray versus Cena was so good. All right, so yeah, what was your favorite Bray Wyatt moment? Does anybody have one?
J0Mama07 letters.
Anybody here that's a fan of Bray Wyatt? Let me know if you have a favorite Bray Wyatt moment. Or even, what is your favorite iteration of Bray Wyatt? The Fiend? Was it the Wyatt family? You know? Was it the newest incarnation of the Wyatt family that was about to unfold? And if anybody's too sad to discuss it, I understand. Again, everybody handles grief in different ways. You just most certainly don't have to. But it's kind of like paying an homage to the man, the legend, the genius, the great mind, great body of work.
Wyatt family.
The early Wyatt family?
Yeah, you know, time frame was just, it was him, I think it was Gallows? It was just the three of them.
Yeah, Luke Harper, Luke Gallows or Brody Lee, and Bray Wyatt, yeah. I really enjoyed that too. I mean, I actually thought they should have brought, I mean, obviously not that back because Brody Lee passed away, but
the highest C against Seth,
aka Luke Harper. But I thought they should have brought the Wyatt family back closer to its original iteration, and I'm not the only one that thinks that. Even people like The Undertaker said things about that very same thing. But, so Honeybee says that Firefly Funhouse match at WrestleMania made me go, oh my fucking god, what did I just watch? That was so amazing. So that's the thing, like, Bray Wyatt put everything he had into everything he did. He was, you know, I mean, a lot of people, even Triple H, would say that, you know, he had such a great mind, but it had to be controlled, because he would just have a billion things going on at once, and he would go in 1,000 directions or try at the same time if he could, so he had to be controlled a little bit. But, you know what struck me today is we all wondered what the contract status of Bray Wyatt was, and Triple H, at least I believe it was Triple H comment that he had made regarding the passing of Bray Wyatt. He actually called him a true lifer to the WWE. So it very much sounds to me like all of the discussion whether or not Bray Wyatt would sign a lengthier contract with WWE or any of that was just people talking trash on the internet, because it sounds to me like Bray Wyatt first and foremost wasn't going anywhere, and it was expected that he'd be around a long time and eventually work behind the scenes, from what I understand. So because it wasn't today or that comment where I read that part, but I did read something a couple of weeks back regarding Bray Wyatt eventually wanting to work backstage, and there's people that were pushing for that to happen in the future. But anyways, it's just a sad thing. Stripe says Wyatt, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman. See, here's the thing, I'm not a Braun Strowman fan. I really am not. The guy just doesn't give me any reason to invest. I don't know. I don't think it's his fault, though. I don't think it's his fault. I think it's the way they've pushed him. I mean, that guy is huge. He's quick in the ring. He can actually wrestle pretty good for a big guy. They could do so much with him, and they just constantly put him in silly segments and teaming him up with Ricochet and all these things instead of doing what they could absolutely do with him and turn him into an absolute destroyer.
And I'm going to say this, Archer and I had discussed this more than once. He knows all about my story idea I had come up with that I thought would have been perfect as a way to retire The Undertaker. And that was Bray Wyatt going under The Undertaker's wing.
Yeah.
Undertaker, raising this, dark side acolyte.
I mean,
all of a sudden turns his back on The Undertaker, takes him out, and Undertaker retires. It would have fit so beautifully, and Bray Wyatt would have fit the role perfectly.
I mean, I can't lie, I would have loved to have seen a huge storyline run with The Undertaker and Bray Wyatt, because the vignettes alone would have been absolutely fucking mint. Could you imagine what they would film, leading up to their battle?
And you think about it, that The Undertaker is guiding this young acolyte.
Stripe says
master of these dark promos.
Stripe says he'd love to see Braun and Ricochet go heel. See, now that would be more interesting at least. You know what I mean? Right now they're just a team. It's like they were just thrown together. They have no real direction. They're just, I don't know. But yeah, if Ricochet turned heel and Braun Strowman followed suit, that could be more fun, because then it's more like a Shawn Michaels and a Diesel teaming up in a tag team, so to speak. It's like, I don't know. I think that would be fantastic. Yeah. I would definitely watch if they were to repackage them and do that. But other than that, again, it's not Braun Strowman himself. I should have reworded that from the get-go. It's not Braun Strowman I don't like. It's what they do with Braun Strowman, because actually Braun Strowman is a very intriguing and very large human being. Chrono says, Dirty Sheet Wrestling, biggest lies this year. Bray Wyatt not returning to WWE. Drew leaving. Edge leaving. Kevin Owens leaving. Nia Jax returning. And many more fucking wrestling journalism. I know. Yeah, so again, like, it's been talked about for quite some time that by credible sources that Bray Wyatt was definitely not going anywhere. He's absolutely going back to WWE. Drew leaving. That comes up every few months for some reason. I don't know what's with the Drew McIntyres. Edge I could see leaving, maybe to retire. I don't see him going to AEW. I'm going to be flat out honest here. But I don't, never say never in this industry. He himself recently said he doesn't know if he could top what they did in Toronto for his final match. And let's be honest, if he was gonna have again one final match, which he claims he's already had, but if he was gonna have one more match, he'd be at WrestleMania. He's not gonna. He's not. But again, you never know. It's possible. I think a lot of people, AEW fans, obviously, right? They would like to see Edge in AEW, and it could happen. I just don't see it happening. Personally, I don't know. Maybe. Never say never, but I don't see it. The Fiend versus The Undertaker in a graveyard match. Oh, that would have been absolutely mint. Yeah. Yep. That would be a good time. Even if they did, because remember when AJ and Undertaker had their feud during COVID, it was mostly all filmed, right? Like everything they did was pre-recorded, and that's just the way they handled it. If they did something like that with Bray Wyatt, it would have been even better. Now I prefer, I would prefer to see them in the ring, not just on a pre-recorded video, etc. But I think anything The Undertaker and Bray Wyatt would have done together would have been just pure gold. Pure gold.
And there's already been an elimination.
Already been an elimination. I missed it. Who got eliminated first?
I can't tell you.
I see Bray Wyatt and Fat Lad is still in their pods. Coach B and Alan Severn are in the ring. So let's see here.
Man eliminated.
Defenses are sharp in this series of reversals.
I can't see the other pods, so I can't tell you who it is that's missing. Oh, it's Austin Theory that's gone. Austin Theory has been eliminated already. Wow. And Alan Severn going to town on Coach B. Henry here. Outsider's Edge coming up. Oh, he knocked him out. Or TKO'd him anyways. Ref says no more for Coach B. It was a TKO. Here comes LA Knight. And look at this, Severn. The freak of nature goes right after him. He's just eliminating people left and right here.
No.
Alan Severn with 2 eliminations already. This is crazy.
Yep. But you got to remember, Severn, I think, is the only person in the Archiverse to say he knocked 2 opponents out simultaneously.
Returning to the ring now.
Crondo says Alan Severn going to town on Coach B. That came out weird.
Yep, he took uptown, downtown.
He took uptown, downtown.
And he's taking this to the
Yep.
outside now.
He sure did.
LA Knight, not
But still, though, for two people to be eliminated already, both by Alan Severn, and now he's working his way on LA Knight here. Like, what did Alan Severn eat for breakfast this morning? Good God.
Same thing as always.
What, a bowl of steroids? But anyways.
What the heck? Oh, there we go.
Archer hinting that Alan Severn took some liberties with B. I don't think I said that. I do not think I said that, Krondos. But Krondos, do you have a favorite Bray Wyatt moment yourself? That goes for anybody. Anybody hasn't answered that question already. If you have a favorite Bray Wyatt match or moment, let us know.
How dare you accuse the steroid man of taking yours? Eric Wicks.
Alan Severn now going to town on Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn. Wait a minute, where's LA Knight?
I think LA Knight got eliminated.
Did LA Knight get eliminated too? Oh my God. Severn on a fucking tear here.
From the middle rope.
Are you kidding me? The Wolfman with 3 eliminations so far.
I don't know for sure.
Well, I don't see him anywhere. I do not see LA Knight. I mean, literally, I've turned my attention for mere seconds to catch up with chat and turn around and somebody else is gone. Eliminated by Alan Severn. Wow.
Yeah, Severn usually has a light breakfast. 2 or 3 16-ounce steaks.
I think he ate more than he's already eaten more than 16 ounces so far here tonight.
No, I said 2 or 3 16-ounce steaks.
Yeah.
Half dozen eggs, bacon.
Froggy says, how dare you accuse the steroid man of taking wolves?
Oh, that was good, Froggy.
Only Froggy would say something like that. Severn can barely, Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn can barely stand here. Nice missile drop kick by Alan Severn. He's just not stopping. He's like the Energizer Bunny tonight. He keeps going and going and going. Oh! Yo! He took out Mitchell Vaughn. He has taken out 4 fucking people. And now he's going right after Bray Wyatt. What is even happening here tonight? It is down to Bray Wyatt versus the Wolfman Alan Severn here for the contract case for the YTD Academy Grand Prix Championship. This is nuts.
One thing to remember, the Wolfman's been in a pretty bad mood. After his confrontation with Poindexter, Wolfman's been in a bad mood.
His confrontation with Point. Did I miss something?
Yeah, it's been a while back. Say Poindexter referenced some things that were better left not being mentioned to him.
I see.
The Wolfman
we can blame Froggy for that.
Got very, very drunk.
Yoda Pains, what's going on, Yoda?
Even Jennifer was a little pissed off at her nephew.
Froggy says, yeah, there's been some tension in the pack, and Yoda says, I'm sad about Bray. Yoda, we're all sad about Bray. It's absolutely tragic, untimely, and ghastly that we've lost such a great mind for the business. And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the Eliminator matchup and new YTD Academy Grand Prix Championship contract case holder, Bray Wyatt, your victor and new #1 contender. Congratulations to Bray Wyatt.
Oh, man.
All right. I'm going to be honest. I thought Alan Severn was just going to take everybody out, but I guess...
I got thinking that myself.
Right? He was on an absolute rip there, but unfortunately, Bray Wyatt had a different agenda. He did not care what Alan Severn was up to. He just knew he wanted to win this matchup. So Bray Wyatt, now your new #1 contender for the Grand Prix Championship. I mean, that is going to be interesting to watch Bray Wyatt compete for the Grand Prix Championship. All right.
For those of you that are curious about what actually happened, if you're out in the Discord, check out the vignette or the role plays and everything. There's been quite a bit going on in there lately.
Strife says the first time the Fiend came out, everything being drenched in red, the mask reveal, how he moved, how they built him up to be an unstoppable monster. Yeah, the Fiend was perfect, and Vince hated it. Yeah, he did, because Vince didn't do it and think of it and come up with it himself. So, you know, there was that. But yeah, I mean, the Fiend was for me, he should have been the next Undertaker. Hell, the Undertaker thinks he should have been the next Undertaker, so what does that tell you? You know what I mean?
That's where that story I came up with would have been so beautiful.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Put him as the next Undertaker.
Yeah.
Archer versus Jay Accord.
Strife says, Yoda Payne's indeed, they are building a perfect wrestling federation in the sky for us all. Absolutely. Jack Hoare. How dare you, Froggy? Chronos BR said, my message. Never been a huge fan, but I got some memorable moments like they debuting and beating up one of my top 10 favorite guy, R-Truth. It was the first time I saw them. That light out was awesome. I couldn't believe what I was watching. There was no NXT. Here, the TV only showed Raw and SmackDown. I didn't know what NXT was until 2017, 2018. And the second was the kids singing to John Cena with masks. Yeah, I remember that, actually. That was creepy as fuck.
Right and back. Hello, Jack.
How dare you try to AKO me, Jack? Almighty Exotic is in the house, and he says, all right, I'm back. Well, welcome back, Almighty. What's new and exciting, my friend? What's been going down? Anything interesting? Do you have any thoughts on the passing of Bray Wyatt? We're currently discussing that right now, so if you have any thoughts on that,
together we will grow.
I'm sure at some point we will move past this discussion, but, you know, it's hot on everybody's minds. You know, it's a very tragic situation. Husky Harris, yeah, see, I was talking about that earlier with Glenola. So back when he was in NXT, even as Husky Harris, I was very, he was very interesting and intriguing. He always had something interesting to say. He moved very, very well in that ring, especially for a bigger guy. So, I liked him far before he was, you know, Bray Wyatt and The Fiend, but I was just wondering what, if anybody had a favorite moment, favorite matchup, and people have been sort of telling us what their favorite moment with Bray Wyatt was. So, Almighty, if you have one, Infinite Oni's in the house. Welcome in, Infinite Oni.
All right. Do two things very important.
All right.
You have finally been.
All right, so our next match of the evening, this is a faction war matchup between the Wolfpack Horsemen and the Brawling Brutes. We have the Omega, Marshall Omega, Andre the Giant, and Count Dexcula, who, by the way, is our new YTD Academy Pure Wrestling Champion. If nobody saw that matchup between he and Big Bubba B, it was an absolute slobber knocker. Count Dexcula, the new champion, carrying that championship proud tonight. He's teaming up with the 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant, and of course, again, Marshall Omega at their side, taking on Ridge Holland, Sheamus, and of course, Butch is what I like to call him. I hate his new name. I think it's crazy that they changed. I still think to this day. Now, you know, Gunther's kind of grown on me. You know, I still like Walter.
I liked when he did.
Gunther's grown on me, but I prefer Butch. You know, I prefer Butch. But anyways, the Brawling Brutes in action tonight against the Wolfpack Horsemen. That's their next match of the evening. 6-man tag team action. Let's go. And I'll get the payout issued and the betting line open for the next match.
And since we are discussing, you know, the losses to the wrestling world, we can't forget
Terry Funk.
Terry Funk.
Right, absolutely,
One
yeah.
of the greatest of all time.
So 15,066 Archiverse bucks being distributed right now, and now I'm opening up the betting line for the second matchup. Who walks out with the W?
Chainsaw Charlie.
I honestly wonder, would we have had Mick Foley without Terry Funk?
That's a good question. Well, I mean, we might have had Mick Foley. There were other hardcore legends, but that to the style that Mick Foley, enjoyed, and who he emulated more often than not. You might be right about that.
A couple of times they teamed up, either as opponents, storylines, or as partners. He is intricately tied to Terry Funk.
Yes. All right, here we go. Betting lines are being opened up right now. You have 10 minutes to make your bets. Who's walking out with the W? Is it going to be the Wolfpack Horsemen, Count Dexkill Andre the Giant, and Marshall Omega, or is it going to be the Brawling Brutes led by Sheamus? 9 minutes, 45 seconds to get your bets in. And, sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was just wanting to say, we don't want to forget Terry Funk.
No, absolutely we do not, no. Terry Funk is a hardcore legend. Probably, I mean, if you were to have somebody compile a list of hardcore legends, he'd probably be in the top, 3?
Oh, easily.
So...
Yeah. I mean, you got, Mick Foley, Terry Funk.
Don't you forget to follow the
I'm think who's the other one I'd really put in there. And I'd have to say, which one of the Hollies was it?
Yoda says Chainsaw Charlie. Yep, that was also Terry Funk, of course, in a different gimmick for anybody that doesn't know who Chainsaw Charlie was. Yoda Payne says Terry was nuts. How many times did he retire? Yeah, no kidding. Crondle says Mick Foley probably had some matches against Terry Funk in Smoky Mountain. Yeah, he more than likely did, yeah. Right? Yeah, absolutely. So far, 5,000 Archiverse bucks in the pool. Who's walking in with the W? Is it going to be the Wolfpack Horsemen or the Brawling Brute? You still have lots of time to get your bet in, and to be exact, you have 8 minutes, 15 seconds to get your bets in.
And there's 5,000 already on the Wolfpack.
So 5,000 on the Wolfpack and 20 on the Brawling Brute. Somebody tossed in 20. Hey. That's a big slice of the pie if they get it right.
Tommy Dreamer.
It's been a hot moment since we saw Andre in the ring with the Wolfpack Horsemen. Actually, I mean, he's always with them, but I mean, lately it's just been Count Dexkilla and Marshall Omega dominating the tag team scene. They, of course, became the #1 contenders to the World Tag Team Championships not too long ago. So they've been styling and profiling for the Wolfpack Horsemen. So nice to see Andre in the ring. No, I mean, not if you're Sheamus, because he just took a giant tree trunk to the face, but I've always been a huge Andre the Giant fan, me personally, so.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I still will think back to the first match I actually remember seeing in the 80s, and it was Hogan versus Andre in a steel cage.
Cracking Skulls! What's going on, Cracking Skulls? Welcome in, buddy. We were just talking about you not long ago. Roman Reigns 2021 is in the house. I am the Fiendberry still, but you are Roman Reigns 2021. Don't be lying to us. How dare you, sir? That is ghastly. Come in here and lie to us like that. I'm the Fiendberry, he says. It says Roman Reigns 2021. Does it not, Glenola?
You have to avoid bad matchups. You've got to pick your targets carefully and not let yourself.
That was the match that I got a kick out of. It was, of course, a much thin-out man who's managing Andre the Giant at the time. And at one point, Hulk Hogan bumps into the ref, and a $100 bill floats out of the ref's pocket. So Hogan picked the ref up and body slammed him.
Yeah. Some of the stories from days gone by are hilarious. Some of the things that happen in transpire, especially when it comes to it's funny because Yoda says the biggest legacy Andre left was his famous farts. Well, that probably wasn't his biggest legacy, but that was one of them. And some of those stories are just fucking hilarious.
Especially the one from Princess Bride. 16 seconds apart would have
16 seconds, yeah.
If he was okay, I am now.
Think about that. Take your phone or your smartwatch or whatever you happen to have and time 16 seconds. And imagine somebody the size of Andre the Giant, releasing gas for that length of time. I mean, it would be like listening to a tractor drive down the fucking road, for God's sakes. You know what I'm saying? It's messed up. All right, anyways, I have to utilize the restroom, so I'm just going to be off the broadcast for a few moments while I relieve my bladder. Appreciate everybody's patience ahead of time. You've got the king of the Glenalians to entertain you. I mean, we have channel rewards just for him. Find one and utilize it. Maybe you'll get lucky and he'll tell a Johnny joke, sing you a song. I don't know what he's going to do. He's Glenola. I don't tell him what to do. But anyways, I will be right back. Enjoy the match. Enjoy Glenola. Off I go.
Dangerously close to ending it all there.
Alrighty. I'm Byron Frogs here, Brother Kraken. How you been? And you do want a Johnny joke. Okay, hold on. Let me pull up my folder here.
We know what we're looking for here, Byron. This is not going to be good. Oh, what a combination. Ooh. This could do it. Kicks out. He still has life. What do you have to do to put this guy away?
Koi fish tend to travel in packs of 4 and each have a specific role.
And here we go.
So scientists studying them labeled each one with a letter. For instance,
First one missed, second one didn't.
Alrighty.
Effective.
Little sex ed class, teachers. Alright, class. I want you to go home. Come back tomorrow with as many sex positions as you can think of.
Tagged with a punch.
Next day, back in class, and she looks at Johnny. Well, Johnny, how many positions did you come up with? Johnny looks at her, 73. Teacher's kind of taken aback. Oh my goodness, very good, Johnny, very good. That's what she calls on Becky. Sorry, Becky, how about you? Gee, ma'am, I only come up with one. Or the guy just lays on top of the girl. All of a sudden, Johnny yells out, 74!
a priest asks the convicted murderer at the electric chair, "Do you have any last requests?" "Yes," replies the murderer. "Can you please hold?" Emoji rolling on the floor laughing. 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 2.
Yeah.
I've been building item farms into area in my farming world expenditure.
Signed, sealed, and delivered.
That was a good one, Brian.
My wife told me she was slamming my head on the keyboard if I don't get off the computer.
That was a good one, Brian.
I think she's joking with something.
That's a decent. That was a good one, Froggy.
On the ropes.
Oh, sounds like that was fun, Kraken.
We continue to see incredible perseverance.
Oh, that last one, Brian. That was good.
Hollywood doesn't understand how electricity works. The person holding onto the person being tased is always skipping the rest. Crab loaf and chicken. So far I'm almost done with my 5th farm. It's not necessarily fun but needed.
There's a tag. What a headbutt. Vicious. Uh-oh. Dropping the elbow right on the knee. Oh, dear. This doesn't look good. Ouch. Here's the cover for the win. Coming to the rescue.
Well,
Big boots. Jeez. And just like that, he sent crashing to the floor. Boom.
they didn't do too much, but other than
He's absorbing some
but it's 7 Days to Die on PS4, but I've turned off the zombies, so I'm just basically in a future apocalypse trying to survive.
He's getting fired up now, really feeding off this crowd. And tag, he's in there. Finally. Kick to the gut. Racked around into
And of course, then I'm also playing Final Fantasy and just started replaying Resident Evil 5.
Holland's legs are teetering. He might have
And welcome in Enlightened Boss 599. Yes, definitely rest in peace to Bray and Terry Funk.
My wife left a note on the fridge that said, "This isn't working."
And thank you for the follow. Archer will be right back. He had to step away, use the facilities.
Indeed, Enlightened plus 599. You are following the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence bar none period. Welcome to the world star Enlightened plus skipping the rest.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
And Leo the King in the house. What's going on, Leo? And I see we have a new follower, Enlightened Boss 599. Thank you for the follow. Welcome into episode number 505. Special edition of Wrestle Wars Genesis tonight. We just had our first match of the evening underway not too long ago. Bray Wyatt became the new #1 contender to the Grand Prix Wrestling Championship for YTD World War III on YouTube. Defeated 5 other villains. Actually, technically, he beat 1 other villain because Alan Severn, you missed a fantastic match. Alan Severn come out and he was just pure mint in the ring tonight. Took out 4 people before Bray Wyatt ended his evening and, of course, took home the contract case. But now we're in the second match of the night. It is a faction war between the Wolfpack Horsemen and the Brawling Brutes. And so far, it looks like there's been no elimination. Actually, I can't remember if this is an elimination matchup or if it is a straight-up 6-man tag team matchup. But as I was about to say, I've seen no eliminations so far. How's the match been going, anyways?
Good, pretty decent match overall.
Yeah, kind of like a back and forth battle. I mean, the Brawling Brutes and the Wolfpack Horsemen, you definitely expect a fight. No less than a fight. Maybe not a great wrestling match, you know, depending on your definition of a great wrestling match, but you're going to see a fight. So yeah, Enlightened Boss, welcome in. Thank you for being here. And of course, I see somebody said RIP Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk. Was that Enlightened Boss? Let me just have a look. It was indeed. Yeah, very tragic. We lost 2 great minds for the business. Terry Funk, of course, the hardcore legend, and Bray Wyatt, a future Hall of Famer legend. Great mind for the... I mean, it's just a true loss for the entire pro wrestling industry. And untimely that somebody so young has left behind some children and family and friends and so many fans. But yeah. Leo the King says, anybody heard from Boss? We have not heard from Boss, Leo the King. Let's see. I see Strife has got some highlighted stuff. I'm going to guess he's been telling jokes, so I'm just going to scroll back a little bit here. Let's see what Strife has been up to.
Just 2 people who chill on Skulls Island. In this world, there's just 2 types of people: the normal ones and the ones who can say secretly.
Koi fish tend to travel in packs of 4, and each have a specific role. So scientists studying them labeled each one with a letter. For instance, in case of a predator attack, the A, B, and C koi will scatter, leaving behind the decoy. Oh my God. Oh, good God. Good one, Strife. Froggy says, why can't you trust Adams? Because they make up everything. Strife says, a priest Ask the convicted murderer at the electric chair, do you have any last requests? Yes, replies the murderer. Can you please hold my hand? Oh my God. My wife told me she'll slam my head on the keyboard if I don't get off the computer. I'm not too worried. I think she's... Oh, good God. Froggy says, Strife, I love how Hollywood doesn't understand how electricity works. The person holding on to the person being tased is always chill. Oh my God. Kraken says, so far I'm almost done with my 5th farm. It's not necessarily fun, but needed. I must have missed something. No, I've been building item farms in my terraria. In my farming world, it's been a chore. Okay. So now I'm caught up with that. There's a secret seed where it mimics the Don't Starve game in Terraria. I haven't tried yet. Froggy says, my wife said you never pay attention to me. I thought that was a weird way to start a conversation. Good God. Kraken says, oh yeah, I forgot Terry Funk passed away. Yes, he certainly did. That was actually yesterday. Cena fans are called C-Nation. Hogan fans are called Hulkamaniacs. Does your fans call themselves crackheads? Nice. Froggy also answered Little King. Now for a while, King Boss fired up his own Discord, though. That he did do, yeah. Boss got his own Discord. Yeah, we knew that. Sir Jack is attempting to boot people. Mainly me, actually. How dare you. Crondo says, Kraken, there's a Terraria boss in Don't Starve. Okay, I see I'm not up to par on Terraria. Glenola sending Christian Hart out to fondle my testicles. I appreciate that. That's a lovely sentiment. We do appreciate it. Froggy says Sheamus is throwing Andre around. Kronos, it's one of the twins. They did a crossover. Leo says, a wife says to her husband that the man next to me is beating off. He said, how do you know? Because he is using my head. Oh my God. Good Lord. Alright. Well,
hey Archer.
Yeah.
You did hear they're selling they're selling Goofy's head at an auction. They're asking for $75,000 minimum bid. I really don't think it's worth that much.
Good Lord.
Oh, sorry. I don't think it's really that good.
Precarious position for both
yeah.
I mean, sadly, it wouldn't surprise me to see something like that actually transpire.
But I'll tell you what, I'm going to give everybody one more, since Archer got back and missed the Johnny joke, I'm going to give everybody a free Johnny joke.
A free Johnny joke. Let's go.
Little Johnny was in class, and the teacher said, what we're going to do today, class, I'm going to give you a letter. I want someone to raise their hand, and if I call on you, I want you to give me a word that begins with that letter. So, of course, the teacher says, A. And Johnny's hand immediately goes up. But, teacher knows Johnny really too well. He knows he's a little bastard. And he's going to say asshole. So she calls on little Mary. Mary says, Apple. Oh, very good. Now how about the letter B? Of course, Johnny once again immediately had his hand in the air. Says, please pick me. Teacher thinks for a moment, and inside her head she knows he'll say bitch or bastard. So she skips over him and calls on Bradley. Brad says, 4. Well, very good, Brad. Now how about C? Now immediately Johnny's eyes light up, and this time says, oh, pick me, I know one. Teacher instantly goes right to little Bobby, and he says, car. That's a good one, Bobby. So the teacher doesn't say anything with letter D and ignores Johnny. Now teacher says, you're doing a great job, class. How about E? This time Johnny stands up, waving his arms, begging for a chance. Teacher pauses for a solid 10 to 15 seconds and can't think of one bad word that begins with the letter E. So she reluctantly calls on Johnny. Johnny very nicely and calmly says, elephant. And before the much relieved teacher could even exhale, Johnny puts both hands up in front of himself, approximately 2 feet apart, and yells out, well, fucking cock this big.
Wow. Good grief. All right. So jokes aside, and since we do have some other news to discuss in the world of pro wrestling, aside from the sad and tragic passing of Bray Wyatt, I do have an article. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, unfortunately, I am starting to have internet slow down, and there's internet maintenance going on tonight, so I'm going to have to jump off here.
All right, well, thanks for joining. Have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the show lurking in the chat room.
Yep. I'll lurk in the chat.
I'm sure you will.
So, and who knows?
And how dare you, just in advance.
Have some fun.
Just in advance, how dare you. All right, so this article is from WrestlingNews.co by Michael Schrute. And it's from today. So it says, Hulk Hogan recalls being in Wembley Stadium with Michael Jackson and says he helped bring Simon Cowell to the United States. So I thought that might be something interesting just for a side piece of news that takes us away from the sadness and tragedy from earlier today. But so WWE Hall of Famer did an interview with Muscle and Health magazine to promote his CBD brand. Hogan told a story about bringing Simon Cowell to the United States. He came, and this is a quote, he came to help me with wrestling album. Long story, I'll make it short. I was in Wembley Stadium and I saw a lot of Make-A-Wish kids. It was me, Michael Jackson, Mr. T. It was all of the Make-A-Wish kids during the 80s and 90s. I had a kid there that was in rough shape. The EMTs were with him and he was on a stretcher. And, you know, his body odor and stuff, it had a smell to it that I hadn't smelled in a while. Not bad, but it was just a different type of smell. I really wasn't sure what it was, and the parents were freaking out. They were Hulkamaniacs. I told the doctor and EMTs, you know, this kid's in kind of trouble here, you know, so let me say my goodbyes and give a hug and kiss him. I got a nice place for him out at ringside at Wembley Stadium, and it was all roped off. So I went to wrestle, and I kept looking, and the kid wasn't there. So when I came back from wrestling, I was the last person to wrestle in the main event. I said, what happened to the family out there? They said that the kid had passed away. So when I found out the kid had passed away, my manager, Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South, he used to be in a band too. He had a couple of #1 hit songs here in the United States, and I played music before. So we stayed up all night, and we wrote 12 songs for the kid's family. I didn't know anybody in the UK, and Jimmy knew somebody from Select Records, and they got a hold of Simon Cowell. He produced a little album for us, and it went #1 on Billboard for about 8 weeks, and we gave and donated the money to the family. Then Simon Cowell came back to me and said, we need to do a song with a band called Green Jelly over in the UK, something called Leader of the Gang, a Gary Glitter song. So that did really well on Billboard too. So I came back to the United States. I had this crazy idea since I was wrestling. Maybe we should do music here. So I grabbed Cyndi Lauper and Rick Derringer and a bunch of people. And we recut a bunch of songs, Land of a Thousand Dances and stuff, and Simon came over and helped produce the wrestling album. Then he came and produced the second wrestling album, Pile Driver, and he never left. He stayed here, and he became this monster producer and nicest guy in the world. He plays a tough guy on TV, but he's a real sweetheart. He's a really nice guy. It's amazing, because I've watched him on America's Got Talent. You know, he's doing the character. You know, he's doing the Simon Cowell up there. You know, with that stern face, but in real life, he's a real sweetheart. Side note, Cowell did not get involved with WWE until the WrestleMania album that was released in 1993. Hogan did not wrestle at Wembley Stadium. When WWE ran SummerSlam 92, Hogan was not on the card and not active with the company. So that's interesting that he helped bring Simon Cowell to the United States. I actually did not know that. Did anybody else know that? Or for that matter, or is there any Simon Cowell fans out there? Redeem, speed up that ban time. What? Ban a host for a match? How dare you? How dare you ban me just to unban me? And I see what you did there, by the way. Does anybody else see what he did there? He used up the speed up that ban time because you can only use it once. So he banned me just so he could utilize that so nobody else can use it. That way if he decides to commit villainy later, or any of his other Glenalian cultists community members decide they're going to ban me or cut my cords or some goddamn thing, now Joe Link or anybody else cannot aid me at my time of need. That is disgusting. Kraken says, that's pretty cool. Hogan can't stop lying, Crondo says. Kraken says, I did not know that. I don't like Simon. His Glemonians? What the fuck is a Glemonian? I say Glenalians, sir. Glenalians. What the fuck is a Glemonians, or whatever the fuck that says? I have no idea. Alright, so anyways, that's interesting. I didn't know any of that, so learned something new today. So here's another article also involving Hulk Hogan, and it is WrestlingNews.co. Michael Schroed. It says Hulk Hogan said he was almost murdered in Puerto Rico just 4 months before Bruiser Brody. I remember not too many shows ago we actually were discussing Bruiser Brody and what exactly happened to him and some other people that have tragically passed in the wrestling industry. So it should be interesting to see what Hogan has to say. So Hulk Hogan did a very long interview on the Joe Rogan show, primarily to promote his CBD line. Hogan had a lot to say about his wrestling career, Brock Lesnar, and many other things. So on Harley Race pulling a gun on him, this is a quote. So it says, we pumped the signal into Kansas City for 8 weeks. Harley Race had been there for like 18 years. He was the NWA champion. I'm the champion of the world, and he's a very proud, mean son of a bitch. And all of a sudden, here comes this blonde-haired idiot from New York and went, I'm the WWF champion, the WWE champion. I'm coming to Kemper Arena. We pump the segment, so I come. I fly into town. I show up about 2 in the afternoon. My guy calls me, he says, Harley Race came down here with a gun, man. He tried to light the ring on fire. They told me Harley said when I show up, he's going to kill you. I had to go to the bathroom, and my stomach was killing me, so I'm sitting on the toilet going to the bathroom. Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, said, oh my God, the fucking king is here. He's going to kill you, Hogan. I pull up my wrestling yellow tights. I don't even wipe my ass as fast as I could because I don't want to get caught with my pants down. And I don't have a fighting chance. I blow out the bathroom. I turn around the corner, and he puts the gun right in my face. He said, I should kill you for coming in and doing this. And this is Harley Race talking to me. And then he puts the gun down, and he goes, I really need a job. I went, holy shit. I shook his hand. Brother, I was a huge fan. Love the guy to death anyways. So I go down to Puerto Rico, and we have the match. We sell out the stadium. Me and Macho Man go back to the room, and we go walk into his room, and his room is trashed. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to go to my room. So all of a sudden I go to my room, and I don't want to say the guy's name, but when I open the door, he's sitting there. And because he's still really active and he's sitting there with a gun, and he said, if you ever come back here, I'm going to kill you. Hogan also mentioned that Bruiser Brody was killed in the dressing room in Puerto Rico a few months later. Hogan said, I was going back to Tampa. I haul ass to the airport. I got on the Eastern Airlines flight, the last one out of town, and flew to L.A. I was supposed to be going home to Tampa. But 4 months later, Bruiser Brody goes down there, has a little argument. The booker calls him into the shower, cuts his throat, and kills him. That's down there in Puerto Rico. That's the first time that actually, when people are discussing what happened with Bruiser Brody, that I actually remember anybody specifically saying that somebody just walked in and slit his throat like that. So that's informative and interesting. Life is great with a Tier 1 sub. 15 months and going strong. Thank you very much, Life. Appreciate you. Strife says, why is there air conditioning in hospitals? To keep the vegetables cool and fresh. Oh my God. Strife also says, cremation. My final hope for a smoking hot body. Good God, Strife. What is wrong with you? Lito King says, a man went to hell on purpose, so the devil asked him, why are you here? He said, because he lost his lighter. That is a terrible reason to go visit the devil, but that is pretty goddamn funny. All right. Let's see here. Dex is getting roughed up. Yeah, Dex is getting a little roughed up. I mean, not currently he's not, but he was getting a little roughed up. Is that anything new, though? I mean, count Dexkill as either whooping ass or taking a beating, but never count him out. Never count the man out. Life says, there's another life. What? There's another life is great running around. Is there really? How do they spell theirs? Life says, fuck me, I'm sorry, I'm here. An emergency popped up. I mean, you don't have to apologize for having an emergency. Ever. Life comes first. Emergencies most certainly come first. Stripe says, oh, you think that's bad? Just wait. Oh, good God. The hell does Strife have up his sleeve? All right, so here's another article. What is it with Hulk Hogan being in the... Like, I understood why Edge was a big topic of discussion in pro wrestling news. I understand, obviously, the tragic passing of Bray Wyatt. May he rest in peace, by the way. Again, condolences to his friends, family, and the many fans and his children. Untimely, tragic, and ghastly that we lost one of the greatest minds in pro wrestling. And it's funny to think he's one of the greatest minds in pro wrestling at such a young age. He was a genius, had a great body of work. But anyways, Hulk Hogan, apparently popular in the news today as well. This is another article from WrestlingNews.co by Michael Schroot. Says, Hulk Hogan says he kept an eye on Brock Lesnar while he was in high school. When he came back from the UFC, they gave him to me first. Again, it's from Michael Schroot. So this is another part of his interview with Joe Rogan to promote his CBD line. And Hogan had a lot to say about his wrestling career, Brock Lesnar, and many other things. So Hulk on needing 25 surgeries in the last 10 years. He said, and this is a quote, I've had 25 surgeries in the last 10 years, so when people say, hey, you know the wrestling is fake, it goes right up my ass, because at the end of the day, it's predetermined. If you and I were wrestling, Vince is going to tell us who's going to win or lose, but all that stuff that happens in the middle, it hurts. And this is another quote. This is again talking about his thoughts on Brock Lesnar. He said, I got him first when he came back from the UFC. I was kind of winding down, putting guys over and doing my thing. And Vince goes, I want you to work with Brock. I went, okay. He said, oh, Pause that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the six-man tag team matchup,
Look at these guys in action.
representing the Wolfpack Horsemen. The Omega Marshall Omega picks up the big W for Andre the Giant, Count Dexcula, and himself. The Wolfpack Horsemen with a big W against the Brawling Brutes. Congratulations to Team Night the Undying and, of course, Team Froggy Moth Legs. Another big win for the Wolfpack Horsemen. Of course, we all know that Omega and Count Dexcula are the #1 contenders to whichever tag team championships they decide to aim for. When that's going to happen, I don't know. They have yet to reveal that information. I don't know if it's going to be this Saturday night, Wrestle Wars Genesis, if it's going to be YTD Live, episode number 28. I don't know if it's going to be at the next stream per-view. Things to discuss, I do not know, but I'm sure Team Froggy Mothlegs and or Team Night the Undying will let us know what's going on, or somebody from the Wolfpack Horsemen. I mean, quite often they tend to make decisions based on what Alan Severn thinks of things that have transpired and what's going down. So you never know. Alan Severn might decide for them which championships he thinks that they should shoot for. But #1 contenders, they are the championship contender holders. And now they just picked up a big win in Faction Wars against the Brawling Brutes. So fantastic victory for the Wolfpack. All right, so I'll issue the payout for that. Give me a second. And then we'll get back to that article after we get the next matchup underway. All right, so the winners of the match, the Wolfpack Horsemen. 20,550 Archiver's bucks being distributed. And I'll get the betting line rocking and rolling and ready to go for the next match of the evening and the next match of the night. This is for the Women's Tag Team Contendership Championships. And what a slobber knocker this is going to be. The Toxic Outlaws. Gigi Dolan and JC Jane taking on Alice and Kaiva, the Blade Runners, in action tonight. And they are looking to become #1 contenders. And I don't know which tag team champions that they would go after first. Now, to be fair, I guess it depends on who walks out tonight as the World Tag Team Champions, because the World Tag Team Championships are on the line tonight. The Wolfpack Gals taking on Winter Swarm, who are, of course, the YTD World War III Women's Tag Team Champions. They're looking to become double tag team champions. And by the way, B. Jackson earlier today, YTD Academy, had a tremendous matchup with Nikki Bella. Absolutely mopped the floor with her. And then her partner in crime, January, the coldest bitch on the planet from Team Infinite Oni, rematched Brie Bella inside of the Fight Pit for the Legends Championship in January. And Brie Bella went to war in that Fight Pit. It was January that picked up the big W and is once again the Legends Champion, and once again quintuple champion. She's holding 5 championships. Now let me just explain something to everybody. January already accomplished a lot of firsts. We could have another first tonight, because if Winter Swarm is able to dethrone the Wolfpack Gals, which is a huge feat. Now, Tia Stevens did suffer a loss earlier today. We saw Kaiva Blade go one-on-one with Tia Stevens earlier today. What a match that was. Kaiva Blade, of course, picking up the big W over Tia Stevens. But together, as partners in crime, the Wolfpack Gals are a tremendous force to be reckoned with. If Winter Swarm is able to dethrone one of the baddest women's tag team championship teams on the planet, not only would B. Jackson be once again a Triple Crown champion, as she is one half of the YTD Academy World War III Women's Tag Team Champions, she is also holding the Women's Pure Wrestling Championship, so she is a double champion. She could become Triple Crown champion, and for the first time ever, January, for the first time ever in history of TWA, could end up holding a 6th championship. If it isn't a big enough feat to hold 3, 4, and 5 championships, tonight could be the first time anybody has ever held 6 championships at one time. So it's going to be an interesting evening. But next match of the night, again, it is for the Tag Team Contendership Championship. Toxic Outlaws versus the Blade Runners. Let's turn and burn. It is showtime and go time. Let's go. And while these guys make their way to the ring, and before I get back to that article, I'm just going to quickly grab myself a beverage. The throat does tend to get a little bit dry, as anybody that runs a show or streams on a frequent basis knows. It is good to be hydrated. So anyways, I will be right back. Enjoy the match. If it starts before I get back, I highly doubt that's going to happen. Got to get through the intros first. But all right, back to grab myself a drink. In the meantime, Strife, if you've got more jokes you want to talk about and tell us, certainly feel free to do so. Actually, before I do anything, I'm going to open up the betting line.
On the way to the ring, Gigi Dolan and JCJ.
Who walks out #1 contenders here?
Ladies and gentlemen, this match
is it going to be the Toxic Outlaws?
Which means tonight we finally crowned one of these superstars as our next champion.
Or
the
the Blade Runners? You guys got 10 minutes to make your bets. Starting right now. Betting lines are open. Gamble away, you gambling fiends.
I'm just playing some.
And I will be right back.
I say my cock wins.
This is gonna be good.
Honeybee Wrestling, are you enjoying it? Play. Joe Link, your numbers are 4, 5, 3. Good luck, Joe Link. There are some amazing and fun channel railroads to choose from if you have a choice.
Ladies and gentlemen, by night's end, we will crown a new champion. No offense to you, Cole, but part of me wishes Gorilla Monsoon was here for this match, just so we can hear him say, history has been made at the conclusion.
Superstar. Today, Frog Hammock Legs is Jimmy Uso. Luke the Guru 9-4, yeah, it's actually really enjoyable.
On the line of the Tag Team Championships, teams in their respective corners going over final strategies.
Basically wrestling Fortnite.
And we're on our way in this tag team matchup. There's a pecking order in the tag team division, and one of these teams is jockeying for position at the very top.
Arm stomp. She's tagged in.
I got a tribute match tomorrow for my ICW Death and Wyatt family versus the NWO.
Snapmare. Picking up speed. Penalty kick. Oh my, what a splash.
And huge burning lariat.
And shoulders are down. She's sent to the outside.
She's on unsteady legs in the corner. Needs to recover.
Ray and Broody Donna team
She
up face
manages to
stop
get
all
control.
match.
Counters on counters. Technical prowess on display.
That's badass, Luke.
As the clothesline delivered. Stepping through. Holding on for another. They are just trying to punish their opponent right now.
Ooh, slam.
With authority.
Stomp to the leg. And a slam. Well, they say everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Well, someone just threw their plan out the window.
Yeah, it is.
Right to the back of the neck. And now what does she do?
Uh-oh. Oh, God. Just exhibiting their
Yeah, I've seen
fearlessness.
people play the
Exhibiting
new mode
guts
as a
and
good honeybee
accuracy
wrestler.
as well. We're gonna see it.
What a stop to the back of the neck. Oof, ouch.
Today on the drive, I decided to go visit my childhood home.
Sometimes you just
I
gotta
asked
show
the
off
people
and
living
show
there
out.
if I could come inside because I was feeling lost.
This match is coming down to the last second. Someone's got to get back to the ring
Variants
now.
of strife.
We could have been looking at a count out there.
Yeah, you just know that would have been a deflating result for the WWE Universe.
My favorite Disney movie is The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
I have returned. Apparently I was wrong. I did not make it back before they were done making their way to the squared circle. But immediately upon return, I noticed the Blade Runner's in control. JC Jane trying to turn the tides here. Oh! Good Lord. The Blade Runners are savages, the entire family. Those of you that are familiar with the Blade Runners and the Blades themselves, Akira, Alice, Kaiva, JC, they're all animals and a true force to be reckoned with. Not just in the women's division, but in the faction wars that are going on. Not just in the men's division, but the women's division too, for those that, I don't know, but some people tend to skip the women's matches. These days, not a smart move. They have some of the best wrestling matches that you see in the squared circle today, and it is no different here at TWA. But so far, what I've seen so far, the Blade's in control of the Toxic Outlaws here. And Joe Link is in the house. What's going on, Joe Link? What's going on, my friend? What's new and exciting? How's work? Luke the Gooner. Luke is in the house. And I did notice Luke was telling everybody he has a tribute match tomorrow for LCW Death Zone. It is the Wyatt family versus the NWO. Bray Wyatt and Brody Lee are going to team up and face Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. And I do agree with Froggy Mothlegs. That, sir, is a badass matchup. I like it. I like it a lot. Joe Link says, yeah, I've seen some people play the new mode. It's good, Honeybee. Oh, we must be talking about Fight Forever, are we? Are we talking about Fight Forever? Because I know they just got a new mode. Something about Stampede, isn't it? Is it the Stampede Stadium, or is that correct? Strife has been going off with some jokes. Let's see here. It says, today on a drive, I decided to go visit my childhood home. I asked people living there if I could come inside because I was feeling nostalgic. But they refused and slammed the door in my face. My parents are the worst. Oh my God. He also said, my favorite Disney movie is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I love a hero with a twisted backstory. Oh, that is awful but funny. Awful but funny all at the same time. Kraken Skull says, bruv, this NPC is pissing me off. Idiot won't work together. The fuck away from where I'm trying to build. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, it sucks when you're in a community like that and you got somebody that's being more of a hindrance than a help when you're supposed to be, or could be, working as a team.
It's unbelievable.
Variant says, my daughter asked me how stars die. Usually an overdose, I told her. Froggy says, not incorrect. Joe Link says, it's going at work. I had people call in on my shift, so it's just me and a couple of nurses for 55 people. It's been hectic. Yeah, we kind of figured you were busy because you hadn't been here yet. As you can see, the Toxic Outlaws in the ring right now, representing, or at least attempting to, but they are up against the Blade Runners. They are up against the Blade Runners. Joe Link says that wrestling RPG game came out also. Looks awesome. It's called Wrestle Quest. Yeah, I mean, we talked about that on another show. I don't So, re-enlighten me about that wrestling RPG game, would you? Life says, okay, I'm finally home. By the way, Life, Kyle O'Reilly is in action tonight, and he has been completely repackaged. He has been completely repackaged. I don't know if he kept you in on all the details of what's been transpiring with him and wanting to move in a different direction, but he had some fantastic ideas, and nobody was about to refuse the reigning defending television champion, especially considering his good standing and tenure with TWA. I mean, so tonight, not only is Kyle O'Reilly in action, he has repackaged himself, and let me tell you, he's going to be coming in with not just a different look, but a new attitude. A new attitude. Kraken says it meant to say, get them not together, but this stupid fucker just sells shit. They don't help on this game. Yeah. Jolink says, yeah, you play an up-and-coming person trying to replicate Macho Man, so there are legends in there like Andre the Giant, the Legion of Doom, but it's a turn-based game. Okay. Luke, I'm doing well. You know, I'm feeling a lot better than I have been in the past week and a half. I mean, I was really sick there for a little while. I had viral gastroenteritis or some goddamn thing, and then, like, I would say about a day and a half before I was fully complete with that bullshit, I get a sinus cold, and it's slowly still going away. But I feel a lot better. My energy levels are better. Now I did start taking my vitamins again, and I've been working out a little more frequently, which I stopped doing for a little bit. I got lazy for a little bit. I do that from time to time. But, so I feel much better. And I've been able to eat. For a while there, I was only able to eat certain things that didn't seem to bother my guts right after I had been done being ill there. But I'm back to being able to eat proper meals. And so I'm doing good. I'm doing much better. Ladies and gentlemen, and that is it. That is all the winners of the match. The Blade Runners, Alice and Kaiva Blade, have just taken out Gigi Dolan and JCJ and the Toxic Outlaws, taken L, and the Blade Runners with a big W, and they are now the new Contendership Championship belt holders. They can now challenge for any tag team championship they wish, anytime, anywhere, any place, whether it be the YTD World War III Women's Tag Team Championships or the Wrestle Wars World Tag Team Championships, which of course, again, it is going to depend on who walks out tonight as Women's Tag Team Champions. The tag team titles are on the line tonight as the Wolfpack Gals put their titles on the line against the YTD World War III Women's Tag Team Champions, Winter Swarm, B. Jackson, and January, who, by the way, is the first ever quintuple champion in TWA history. She holds all of the gold. It is insane what she has accomplished, what B. Jackson has accomplished, and they are partners in crime. That is scary. It doesn't matter who you are in the women's division or tag team division or in the faction wars. You're going to be keeping your eye on Winter Swarm because they aren't just coming for gold. They're coming for people's heads. They're not just kicking ass and taking names. They are taking heads and cashing very large checks. But anyways, new championship contenders to whichever championships they want to challenge for. The Blade Runners, Alice and Kaiva Blade with a big win. Congratulations to Team Sir Jack the Greatest. And congratulations to Alice and Kaiva, new #1 contenders in the tag team women's division. All right, here we go. I'm going to issue the payout for that matchup. We're going to move on to the next match of the evening. And this is another 6-man tag team matchup. This time a tag to brag elimination matchup between the Coalition. The one, Elijah Archer, JC from Team Sir Jack the Greatest, and of course, the Gooner, Luke Bomber from Team Luke the Gooner 94, taking on the Judgment Day, Dominic Mysterio, who, by the way, took an ass whooping from Elijah Archer over at YTD Dark. If nobody saw that matchup, you're going to want to check that out. Dominic Mysterio challenged the one Elijah Archer. Archer accepted and whooped that ass. But tonight, it is a 6-man affair. Tag to brag, elimination-style matchup. The Coalition versus the Judgment Day. Dominic Mysterio, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor. That is next. But let me go ahead and issue the payout for the last matchup here. Give me a sec. All right, so the winner of the match, the Blade Runners, picking up a big W, new #1 contenders in the women's tag team division. 4,000 Archer vs. Bucks on the line that time. They have been distributed, and I'm going to get the betting line open for the next matchup right now. So who walks out with the W? Is it going to be the Coalition? Or the Judgment Day?
Variants of Strife. My two wrestlers have been in training waiting to make a tag team debut.
10 minutes to make your bets. And there you go. Betting lines are open. Gamble away. Put your Archer vs. Bucks where your mouth is. Who's it going to be? Coalition? You going to side with the Coalition? The one Elijah Archer, JC, and the Gooner? Or are you going to side with Dominic Mysterio, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor, the Judgment Day? The choice is yours. But it is time to rock and roll. Showtime and go time for the next match of the night. 6-man tag to brag elimination matchup. The Coalition, the Judgment Day. Let's go. All right, I'll catch up on chat real quick, and then I'll get back to that article. I believe we were discussing Hogan's thoughts on Brock Lesnar, so I'll get to that. Roxy, 2875, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Episode number 505 live. Special edition of Wrestle Wars Genesis tonight. It's been a great evening. Some contenderships on the line tonight. Faction Wars. We're going to have some championship matches up and coming. Great night to be here, Roxy. Thank you for being here. What's new and exciting, my friend?
Strength and numbers, it's as simple as that. And a lot of strength.
I'm just going to catch up and see if I've missed anything here. So Stripe says WrestleQuest is a JRPG style wrestling game. The main character's name is Muchacho Man. You actually have to do exciting moves and the crowd reacts to you. So if you spam the same moves, they will start booing. Oh, very cool. Joling says Hulk Hogan would be disappointed you stopped taking your vitamin. I know. Fuck. I don't know why I ever did that. I've been an athlete my whole life. Been a martial artist for 38 years as of this year, actually. And I've always taken my vitamins. I've always taken my... I don't know. I except for the past 3 days, I stopped working out for probably a few weeks. I didn't do anything. It was kind of crazy. But I was also part of that 3 weeks. I was, quite ill. So there's that. But honestly, even when you are sick, trust me, it's you can actually. It's difficult sometimes because your energy levels and you just feel like trash. But if you can do a small workout, do some push-ups, some sit-ups while you're sick, it actually does help you out. Believe it or not, working out, it does actually weaken your immune system temporarily. But then you build right back up and it makes you stronger. So it's a good thing to do if you can. Vitamins are always a good thing. Eat healthy, vegetables, fruits, even if you don't like vegetables and fruits. Let me tell you something, you're not going to be young forever. You may as well prep for the future and eat healthy. And plus there's a lot of good foods out there that have fruits and vegetables in them, so even if you don't want to eat a banana, you can find something else you might like. Lil Joy needs to make a comeback. Wow, Lil Joy Nightmare. We were talking about that not long ago, actually, Kraken. It's so funny you bring that up. I believe it was me and Glenola and Joe Link and a couple of other people. Little Joey Nightmare had a more successful career overall than Damien did. Than the Nightmare Damien did. It was kind of crazy, really. But I for one would love to see Little Joey Nightmare make a comeback. I mean, we should, we should do that. Kraken, we should absolutely do that. We should talk to Little Joey, see if he's interested in making a comeback. Maybe you could get on that for me. I mean, that would be superb. Little Joey Nightmare was a very popular superstar here at TWA. Blade Runners are really good. They are in MHW. They got the women's tag belt. Nice. Yeah, well, that doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all. Blade Runners are, the Blade family in general, absolutely formidable competitors. Kraken says, yeah, the Nightmare Damien and Little Joey needs to make a comeback. Damien, too. Wow, you going to have them team up again, or are they going to be on singles? I mean, you'll have to let us know what you want to do there. That's intriguing. Luke the Gunner says, Blade Runners are great. Yeah, they absolutely are. They absolutely are. So anyway, Roxy, how was your day? Tell us you had a great day. You won the lottery, bought a new truck. You're building a shelter for the homeless, donating money to the Cancer Society. You're thinking about getting into astrophysics. And you do have fantasies about being an astronaut and walking on Pluto. I don't know why the fuck you want to walk on Pluto. That's kind of fucking dumb. It's really far away, really cold. It's small. It got demoted in size. You could have picked something more interesting, but whatever. Pluto's fine. But anyways, Luke the Gunner says they tearing shit up in LCW. That doesn't surprise me, Luke. Like I said, the fucking whole Blade family, they are certainly dedicated to their crafts. Their in-ring body of work is superb. I mean, their mannerisms are questionable at times. They are vile people at times. Then again, who isn't in TWA? There's a bunch of villains and vixen villains everywhere you turn. All right, so anyways, I'm caught up with chat. Let's get back to that list we were checking out. Again, it was Hulk Hogan's thoughts on Brock Lesnar. I left off, it said, Vince goes, I want you to work with Brock. I went, okay. I knew his buddy, Brad Renegans, who was from Minnesota. He was the coach of the Olympic team several years back. So when Brock was in high school, we heard of him. We kept an eye on him, But when he came back from the UFC, they gave him to me first. And he was really intense, brother. Who got eliminated? Wow, Damian Priest gets eliminated by the Gooner in the first opening few minutes of this Tag to Brag elimination matchup. Holy shit. The Coalition is not playing. The Gooner not playing here. Wow. So yeah, he says they gave him to me first. He was really intense, brother. He was really intense. So my whole thing is, we always grabbed somebody and squeezed him to give him the office. You've got my head. What just happened? Did somebody else get eliminated?
This is just an overwhelming amount of offense on him. Yeah, but he's always
I think a couple people got eliminated. The Gooner got eliminated, didn't he? No. Yeah, he did. So it is down to JC, Elijah Archer, Dominic Mysterio, and Finn Balor. Wow. And the Gooner's been eliminated. What the hell? I was literally watching the screen. How did I miss that? What the fuck happened?
Taking no account for their own well-being.
But anyways, JC and Elijah Archer for the Coalition against Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor. What a crazy turn of events already in this matchup. But anyways, so he said my whole thing was he grabbed somebody, squeeze him to give them the office. You've got my head, you're about to break my neck. You give him the office to lighten up, squeeze the piss out of him, and gave him the office. Finally, I just started calling him Broccoli. I told him, Broccoli, I got him to laugh a little bit. I said, let me tell you something. If you keep hurting me in here, if you don't loosen up on the old man here, I'm going to make you look really, really bad, because you can be in here by yourself, you know. I used to tease him all the time because he's a really good friend, you know. So when I got him first, he was really, really intense, and now he's turned out to be one of the best workers the business has ever seen. I mean, brother, he draws money, he backpedals, he sells, he's got instinct, he's got placement, he knows where he's at, he listens. Like, you don't have to tell him what to do. You don't have to have a writer write the match out. He goes out and listens to the crowd with his mind and his heart, and, you know, it is something that's a lost art for him. He's got it, man. So he's figured it out. And on a side note, it was Gerald Briscoe and Jim Ross who scouted Brock around 1999 and 2000, and Hogan did not wrestle Brock after Brock's run in UFC. So yeah, that wraps up that article. I mean, I'm really just trying to find things to talk about so we don't have to keep referring back, because I mean, you know, we all know that we've had a couple of tragic passings in the past couple. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. What a fucking match. I mean, that was a lot of chaos. I still missed how the hell the Gooner got eliminated, but JC picking up a big win for the Coalition in the tag 2 brag elimination matchup. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, the Coalition, the one Elijah Archer, the Gooner, Luke Bomber, and, of course, Elijah Archer. Picking up the big W. Congratulations to Luke the Gooner and Team Sir Jack the Greatest. All right, so another big win for the Coalition in the Faction Wars. Archer with a big win in YTD Dark today when he beat up on Dominic Mysterio. And I mean, that really pushes this faction forward, because the win over the Judgment Day is no small feat. All right, here we go. I'm going to get the payout issued for that. And we'll move on with our next match of the evening. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is for the Women's World Tag Team Championship, and it is being held under the new Pure Championship rule settings. Disqualifications are on. Countouts are on. You can pin or submit only. You have 10 minutes to get the job done. Pure Championship rules, it is Winter Swarm. From Team Infinite Oni, the coldest bitch on the planet, January, her partner in crime from Team Honeybee Wrestling, B. Jackson. The current double champion, Pure Wrestling champion, one half of the YTD Women's World Tag Team Champions, with the coldest bitch on the planet, January, who happens to hold basically every other championship there is to hold. The World Championship, the Grand Prix Championship, the Legends Championship. She holds the YTD Academy Women's Tag Team Championship. She is a television champion. Tonight, she's going for a record 6th championship. But to do that, B. Jackson in January have to go through one of the toughest women's tag teams in TWA history. The winningest superstar of all time in the Viking Rose Brewer, her partner in crime, the Anomaly Tia Stevens. Now, Tia Stevens did take a bit of a loss today against, was it Akira Blade or Kaiva Blade? One of them beat up on Tia Stevens today. It has slipped my mind momentarily. Either way, Tia Stevens got beat up at YTD Dark today, but she is back and ready to fight alongside her partner in crime, Rose Brewer from Team Distinct Cone. She-Fiend in tow. Wolfpack Gals coming out. Now, I don't see Roxanne Riley, which is interesting, but did anybody notice that Roxanne Riley teamed up with Alice Blade again today? Did anybody, how many people were watching YTD Dark matches today? Because I'm telling you, I saw Alice Blade and Roxanne Riley teaming up over at, and they won. The motherfuckers won, even. I don't know what the hell's going on there. It is fucked up. You never, because I mean, it's the Blades, it's the Wolfpack gal. They're all fucking crazy in their own way. You know what I mean? It's hard to keep up with. It's almost like trying to figure out what Froggy Mothlegs is doing all the time, or Poindexter, or, you know, current iteration, of course, Count Dexcula, but you never know who he's going to be. Let's not forget, at one time he was Marty McFucking Fly. So there's that. But yeah, did anybody notice that? I really want to know what's going on there. But anyways, next match of the night, World Tag Team Championship on the line, Winter Swarm looking to make B. Jackson a Triple Crown champion one more time. Looking to make the coldest bitch on the planet, January, a first ever 6 championship title belt holder. Never happened before in TWA history. Nobody has held 5 titles. It is only in recent times that we had a Grand Slam champion. Before that, we did not even have a Triple Crown champion, the most that anybody ever won at one time for most of TWA's promotional existence was 2. Double champions were hard to come by. The talent pool is deep. The streamer teams are awesome. I mean, it is just chaos nonstop around here. But right now, it is Winter Swarm that is swallowing up all the gold, specifically in TWA, but also in YTD. They are starting their trek. Maybe again, B. Jackson, Pure Wrestling champion, tag team champion. Tonight she's looking to become double tag team champion, makes her Triple Crown champion again, 3rd time. January, looking to become a record-setting 6th championship belt holder simultaneously. Absolutely amazing. But again, they have to go through the Wolfpack gals. Rose Brewer, Tia Stevens, one of the most dominant and baddest teams in the women's division history. That is next. But I'm going to get the payouts issued for the last match, and I'm going to get the betting line open for this one. So give me a second. So the Coalition were the victors. 2,700 Archiverse bucks being distributed. And I'll get the betting line open for this one. Here we go. Who walks out world champions? And by the way, you'll get to see the debut of the new Wrestle Wars Genesis World Tag Team Championship. If you didn't already see it on Discord earlier today, then you're going to get a chance because it is the next match of the night. It is being profiled in just a few moments. So who walks out world champions? Is it going to be the reigning defending champions, the Wolfpack gals, or the challengers, multiple time champions, quite literally, Winter Swarm? 10 minutes to make your bets. Starting right now. Now again, this is under the new Pure Championship rule setting. They have 10 minutes to try and dethrone the Wolfpack gals. You can be disqualified. You can be counted out. The job has to be done in the ring, and it is pin or submit only. That is next. Let's fucking go. All right. Catch up with the chat real quick here. It was Kaiva that beat T.I. I thought so. Thank you, Joe Link. So I got to go back here and see what's going on. Luke the Gunner says the Blade Runner is going to get the LCW tag title shot against Mickie James and Jasmine. That'd be an awesome match right there. Take my money. That'd be a great match. Strife says, I started crying when Dad was cutting onions. Onion was such a good dog. Oh my God. That is god awful. See what I did there? God, dog backwards. Awful. That's right. Applause, motherfuckers. Luke the Inner says, this first finisher? Sorry, is what first finisher? He's missing something. Kraken Skull says, check promos in Discord, Archer. Yeah, okay, I will do that in just a little bit. Strife says, oh, this dance is going to be done dirtily.
When you stop laughing.
Life says, they make quite a team. They actually really do. Joling says they beat Damage Control. Yes, they did. As Roxanne's manager, I am privy to information Yeah, well, I mean, we just kind of want to know what the fuck, man. I mean, the last we all knew, Roxanne Riley, member of the Wolfpack. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, I have noticed tensions between Roxanne Riley and Tia Stevens primarily. Even on occasion, Rose Brewer. I think everybody tries to just get the fuck along with Rose Brewer no matter where. Because, I mean, Rose Brewer's a goddamn savage beast of a woman. Right? She's like the Cletus and the Jack Quad of the women's division. People just, you know, she doesn't win every single match, but let me tell you, she is the winningest superstar in TWA history, not just in the women's division, in TWA history. She is a true badass. But yeah, I'm just, you know, I've noticed tensions with Tia, and not necessarily seeming entirely happy with the Wolfpack Gals. But I mean, you know, they're all kind of miserable. So I know it's the fucking Wolfpack, the Wolfpack Horsemen. I mean, you know, you just kind of expect misery from them. So I didn't really read a whole lot into it. But now, I mean, I believe. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Like, Alice and Roxanne have had, like, I think 2 tag team matches together now. Like, what the fuck? Stripe says, I'll stop doing it when you stop laughing. Stop doing what? Life says, well, truthfully, Rox didn't have issues with Tia. Well, they sure fought a lot. I mean, if you go back and check out some of the old matches from Roxanne Riley, she tangled with Tia a couple times. Horrible dad jokes. I mean, nobody said they were horrible. I don't think anybody said they were horrible. I found most of them funny tonight, actually, to be fair. There's a good look at the brand new Women's World Tag Team Championships.
Tag Team Championships on the line. May the best team win.
And those championships are now officially on the line.
What do you call it when every one of your
Again, this is pure championship rule settings. You can be disqualified, you can be counted out. Pin or submit only in the ring, and you have 10 minutes to try and defeat the champion.
Big matchup for these tag titles.
Let's go.
As a former NXT tag
It is fucking go time, and let me tell you, they are going to go. You guys still have 5 minutes and 12 seconds to get your bets in if you want to bet on the matchup.
Almost, if you meant anyone but you.
Almighty Exotic with a championship up. I hope he puts that in the proper location. Don't forget, when you redeem something, specifically title championship ups, you got to make sure you put it in the correct section on Discord to make that official, so that everybody knows what's going on and what's going down.
Counters.
Break time notice. Nice, thank you, Strife. I just saw that. When I need a fresh drink, I can utilize that. I really appreciate that.
Oh, look at this, really softening up the leg. Scream hard. Going for a pin for the championship.
All right.
Gets the shoulder up after one. She's still got a lot of stamina left.
I think I'm pretty much caught up with chat now, so let me just get back to the world of pro wrestling news and rumors. 8 minutes 49 seconds remaining in this match, but here's an article by WrestlingInc.com. Karen Fisher says Edge addresses rumors of troubled contract negotiations with WWE. So WWE Hall of Famer Edge has shared a video on his X account, which is of course Twitter. I don't know if any. I mean, do y'all call it fucking X now, or do you just call it Twitter? I just fucking call it Twitter. X sounds fucking stupid. You know, I just that must have been quite the thought process to come up with that. But anyways, I don't even give a fuck why they call it X. It's dumb. But anyways, it was recently reported that both parties had reached a stalemate in regard to an extension, but that doesn't appear to be the case. According to the veteran, there are no hard feelings between him and WWE. He still loves the promotion, describing it as his dream cake. And again, you can find the video right on Adam Edge Copeland's Twitter page. So it says, I didn't come at them with some crazy contract or anything. They didn't deny me. I have a contract extension sitting in my inbox. I just don't know what to do. The first time I had to retire, it was forced. This time, the choice is in my lap, and it's a lot harder. Edge went on to say that his match against Sheamus on last week's episode of WWE SmackDown is the highlight of his career. He described it as a special night, and he doesn't know if he'll ever be able to top it, so he needs time to process the experience and think about his next move. There have also been rumors of Edge joining AEW after his current WWE contract expires. He didn't mention Tony Khan's promotion in the video, but he did share some news about his future plans. He said, just know whatever it is that I do, whether it's Percy Jackson, which is coming up soon, or it's wrestling, or it's sitting in my rocking chair, it's because I'm having fun, and having fun at this stage of my life and raising my kids are the two most important things. So I hope that clears stuff up. And again, if you go to Twitter and go to Adam Edge Copeland's Twitter, you can actually watch that video if you want. But to be fair, I mean, I didn't think he was going to AEW anyways. I still don't. Again, he's got a contract extension from WWE sitting in his inbox, so the rumors of them denying him and etc. not true. And I would pretty much say that it would. I just don't see Edge going anywhere except for into retirement beyond WWE. So
3-6 and by a heart attack. Damn.
Jay Bello, what's going on? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. What's new and exciting, my friend? What is new and exciting? Honeybee says that would be a huge get for AEW if he did. Oh, it would absolutely be a huge get for AEW. I don't see it happening, though. I'm just going back in the chat to see if I missed anything.
I'm gonna miss him a lot.
Life says she had a lot of issues with Rose. Tia was just a tiff. That was a hell of a tiff. They had some good battles over that tiff. Strike says, what do you call it when every one of your friends makes too many dumb COVID jokes? Pundemic. Pundemic. Froggy Mothlick says, no one has money on Winter Swarm. It could make some bank if you do. Honeybee Wrestling says, I have. Life says, no, it's Twitter. Fuck the rebrand. Exactly. Exactly. Fuck the rebrand. I am not calling it X. Jay Bello says, did you see Bray Wyatt? We did. We did actually. Everybody here knows that tragically, untimely, and ghastly, by the way, Bray Wyatt unfortunately has left us. And sadly leaves behind some children and a fiance and many friends and family. Fans. I mean, that guy was really special when it comes to pro wrestling. He had such a great mind for the business. But he didn't have just a great mind. Like we said earlier, the guy's body of work was mint. Everything he did in that ring, he gave it his all. And always put on a masterclass inside the ropes. So he just had it all, charisma and talent, and it's just really sad, you know. Especially, you know, prior to today, it was seeming like he was progressing very well, and then this was just suddenly and unexpectedly happening. It sucks. All right, it just fucking sucks. And then, of course, we lost Terry Funk. That also sucks. You know, I understand he was an aging gentleman, but hardcore legend in pro wrestling. Loved by many fans around the world. So, I mean, that's another loss to the pro wrestling industry. All right, so Froggy Mothleg says peeps have money on Winter Swarm now. Strife says, what did Kermit the Frog say at his puppeteer's funeral? Not a word. Strife says, I was shocked when I found out my toaster was not fucking waterproof. Oh my good God. Joling says, hey, it's crazy that he died of a heart complications due to COVID-19. Yeah, so apparently when he contracted COVID, it also ended up giving him some sort of heart condition. But it looked like he was recovering and progressing. Hell, they were even literally discussing his return to the ring, etc. And that's why when they reported today, like even the family said, it was very sudden and unexpected. It was because they thought he was on the up and up, and sadly, not the case. Very, very sad. Honeybee says, fuck, what did B do? She could have pinned. Oh, you know B Jackson, she likes to fuck with her opponents. You know, what do you do? I mean, I'm personally not going to tell B Jackson what the fuck she's going to do. She's going to do what she's going to do.
Oh my goodness.
Minute 7 seconds left of this contest. And regardless of what you think of either team, it's been a hell of a match between Winter Swarm and the Wolfpack Gals. Oh, big knee to the midsection. Nice evasion there by Tia Stevens. These guys are just going back and forth. The struggle for control at this stage of the game is real. 36 seconds remaining.
No.
Thank you for the shout out for Froggy Mothlegs. Appreciate that, Glenola. At least I assume it's Glenola. I know he's lurking. And that was random, so I assume.
What a counter.
10 seconds remaining.
It's over.
Punching their way out of that one. Telling her opponent that she has...
And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. It is a draw. So still, your reigning and defending and undisputed Reservoirs Genesis Women's World Tag Team Champions from Team Distinct Cone and Team Tiliana Pierce. It is the Wolfpack Gals, the Viking Rose Brewer, and the Anomaly Tia Stevens picking up the championship retention due to a draw, because the title does not change hands on a draw. But let me tell you, I guarantee you that is not the last time you're going to see Winter Swarm and the Wolfpack Gals inside that squared circle. What a match that was. I would love to see that match played back. Would love to see it played back. I hope they get back into the squared circle as soon as they can. Somebody talk to management, because take my money, that was a great match, and I think they would have a fantastic rivalry. All right, so I'll issue... Actually, I don't have to issue pay it. I have to give people's money back, so give me a second while I do that. And then we'll get to the next match of the evening. And this is for the Legends Championship. The Mighty Zeus ravishing Rick Rude. New member of Phenomenal Soul, the OG villain of the Archiverse from Team I'm Just Keyin is Kareem Keywoods. And, of course, the reigning defending Legends Champion from Team Christian Cool, the Iceman Christian Hart in action. That is next. So I'll issue the payout.
We need it settled.
Or no, I won't. I'll give you the money back. That's what I'm going to do. There you go. I'll get the betting line ready for this matchup. All right, here we go. So who walks out Legends Champion? Is it going to be the villain?
I can hear an echo somewhere.
Zeus. Ravishing Rick Rude. Or the reigning defending champion, the Iceman Christian Hart. From Team Christian Cool. 10 minutes to make your bets.
Maybe his phone.
Starting right now. Go time with the betting lines. All right, here we go. The OG villain of the Archivers, Kareem Key Woods, the mighty Zeus, Ravishing Rick Rude, and the Iceman Christian Hart. Legends Championship on the line. Falls count anywhere in this one. Let's rock and roll. All right, I'll catch up with the chat quick here.
Call the local medical facility. The human wrecking machine has arrived. Nobody in the ring is safe. The following
Froggy Mothleg says, one more match. One more match. No shit, that was a great tag team matchup. I would love to see Winter Swarm and the Wolfpack Gals run that back for sure. I mean, I imagine it'll happen. No way we don't see them hook it up again. I mean, what a rivalry that'll be. Joling says, maybe his phone. Whose phone? Tornado, have them start with finishes already. What is going on?
Image of terror. 6'5", over 300 pounds of pure power.
Honeybee says, we need it settled. I can hear an echo somewhere.
It is truly impossible to
Oh, yeah, you might hear my phone in the background. Sometimes I'm hanging on to it. It might be a little too close to the microphone, so you might hear... Because I use my iPhone as for the dashboard, etc.
focused on the entire WWE universe.
And introducing the challenger from Robbinsdale.
Froggy Mothlegs, Kareem's got this. So Froggy Mothlegs thanks to Villain of the Archiverse. Going to pick up the big W here and become the Legends Championship. I believe he's been Legends Champion before. I'd have to double check that. Just to fact check that. Can I get a mod ban that SOB? I'm not even going to read the name the person chose to utilize.
The challenger knows he has a good chance of becoming champion tonight.
Thank you, Froggy. Appreciate that. Goodbye, asshole. Thanks for coming out. Lovely parting gifts next time.
Okay,
he did, yeah. All right, so now that that's happened, just keep your eye out.
Representing Evolution.
We don't need any more buttholes coming in here and trying to disrupt people's entertainment. We do not.
Kareem Key Woods.
This is a big-time opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the
Strife
line
says
here.
murder.
Judging from the
No
response
kidding.
on social media, heading into this match, we're likely to see
Kraken Skull says, wait, I just read his name. Yeah, I know, right? He's a piece of shit.
Emoji face with symbols on mouth. Emoji middle finger. Medium
Froggy
skin tone,
pirouetted
emoji
his
middle
ass
finger,
right back
medium
out into the
light
street
skin tone,
from whence he
emoji
came.
middle finger, medium
He's back to
light
being
skin
homeless.
tone, emoji middle
He thought he had a
finger,
roof over his
medium
head. He's
light
been
skin tone,
pirouetted.
Emoji middle
The
finger,
challenger
medium
about to
light
compete
Goodbye,
in a
get out.
career-altering championship match. He is ready.
By the way, Kraken, how's the Chili's doing? How's little Kraken A and B doing? Killian's fucking hilarious. Y'all, if y'all have ever been watching Kraken Skull's stream and his sons decide to start giving him a run for his money, it's fantastic. I remember one time Kraken was all upset. He was afraid that, it was going to deter people from wanting to watch him stream. And I thought to myself, well, I mean, if they choose to try and utilize your children as a reason not to watch you stream, then they don't fucking deserve to watch you stream. Kids are kids, they'll be kids.
Humans up.
How many times have I answered the phone because my daughter called, or how many times have I, jumped off the broadcast and answered my phone because my wife called? Life happens, and people have children, and it's supposed to be a good time with great community members. So, why not include your children from time to time on your venture in streaming? So,
champion, the Iceman, Christian.
Kraken says that shit is just disrespectful, fucking prick bastard. Exactly, I agree. Life says, how fucking dare people? Humans suck. Humans do suck. Humans do suck. Kraken says, we don't know who he was outside of wrestling. For all we know, he could have been a super loving person and an amazing parent. I would imagine, actually. I would think somebody with that kind of a mindset would be absolutely fun. I assume we're talking about Bray Wyatt here. But yeah, that was an ignorant thing to do. We are talking about Bray Wyatt, yeah. So I mean, I would assume, like, I for some reason think he'd probably be a pretty fun dad.
The prize is on the line.
All right. So, anyways,
Bell rings and we are
here we go.
No
We'll get back to the dirt sheets here if there's anything left to talk about. I don't know. Again, most of the articles are all surrounding Bray Wyatt, understandably. Did anybody know that MJF was recently cast in a Justice League animated film with Warner Brothers Discovery? It's from WrestlingHeadlines.com, published by Joey G. So it says, Warner Brothers Discovery Home Entertainment issued the following press release announcing details on the new animated film Justice League, and looks like RWBY Superheroes and Huntsman Part 2. That's supposed to be Ruby. But anyways, joining the cast will be AEW World Champion MJF, whose character has not been revealed. MJF will also be appearing in The Iron Claw, a film about the Von Erich family, which releases later this year. Very interesting. So MJF is, I would imagine he's going to go on to have a career in Hollywood as well. He's got, very good charisma, and he's got the look. He's got, if he can keep his head on his shoulders and keep doing what he's doing, he's garnering a lot of positive attention. People are really taking notice, and obviously, now he's being cast in an animated movie. Most people that are DC fans love Justice League animated shows. They've done a very good job in the animated DC world, and so MJF, voicing one of the characters in this movie would be a big first step for him. Get him on a broader spectrum, if you will.
I think the paradigm has shifted. Oh, no, this is not where he wants to be. Yeah, but sharp elbows.
Yeah, I don't see too much else overly interesting to discuss here.
Are you kidding me? Not even a one count. Ooh, answer that with a stick.
Well, it looks like there's a big title match set for WWE Superstar Spectacle. This is WrestlingHeadlines.com, Mark Middleton. So the undisputed WWE Tag Team titles will reportedly be on the line in India next month. A new report from Sportskeeda notes how Jinder Mahal revealed that Veer and Sangha of Indus Sher are set to challenge undisputed WWE Tag Team champions Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at Superstar Spectacle. Mahal will be at ringside for Veer and Sangha. WWE originally had a very big live event planned for India to be held this past January, but it was nixed, and an upcoming Superstar Spectacle event was later announced. It was reported then how Veer and Sangha were set to be a huge part of the return to India. At the time, Veer was dealing with a broken finger, and it was said that WWE was being extra cautious with the minor injury because they did not want to risk Veer not being able to work with the India event. It was also said that WWE needs Indus healthy for the India return due to how important it is. A vignette to reintroduce Veer and Sangha, narrated by Mahal, aired on July 10 Raw, but that was the last time they were mentioned on WWE flagship TV show. Veer and Sangha have been in somewhat of a start-and-stop push since fall of 2022. It was reported in recent years that WWE officials were high up on Indus and that the company wanted to push the team for expansion into the Indian market. The Indus trio was drafted from WWE NXT to Raw this past spring in the 2023 WWE Draft. Since then, they have worked 4 matches, a win over enhancement talents like Drake Thompson and LeVar Barbie on the 15th of Raw. 15th May Raw. A win over Javier Bernal and Kevin Ventura Cortez on the May 29 Raw. A win over Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander on June 19th Raw. And a win over Apollo Crews and Akira Tozawa on the August 10th main event episode. No matches have been announced for Superstar Spectacle as of this writing. WWE has confirmed that John Cena will return to the ring that night for his first ever match in India. WWE Superstar Spectacle 2023 will take place on Friday, September 8th at the GMC Balayogi Indoor Stadium. And that's in Telangana, India. And other than that, I don't see anything else all that interesting. I mean, here's, I guess, one more thing I could touch base on. It was a spoiler on another title match planned for AEW All In. It's an updated card. It is from about 20 hours ago, so you may or may not already know about it. But the FTW title will be on the line. This is WrestlingHeadlines.com, Mark Middleton. The FTW title will be on the line at AEW All In. Saturday's Fyter Fest edition of AEW Collision was taped on Wednesday in Duluth, Georgia, before and after the Fyter Fest Dynamite. Collision will feature FTW champion Jack Perry hosting an in-ring segment to retire the title. This segment was originally announced for last night's Dynamite, but was moved to Saturday's tape Collision, which will be the go-home show for the All In. Perry went to retire the FTW title, but Hook interrupted and put him through a table. It was then announced that Perry will defend the FTW title against Hook at All In on Sunday. Perry defeated Hook to capture the FTW title during Blood and Guts edition of AEW Dynamite on July 19th, in what was Hook's first loss out of 34 matches with the company. Since then, Perry has only defended the title once, and that came on August 9 Dynamite as he retained over legendary Rob Van Dam. The 2023 AEW All In pay-per-view will take place this Sunday, August 27th. From Wembley Stadium in London, England. The 0-hour pre-show will begin at 12 p.m. EST. The main card will begin at 1 EST. Below is the updated card with 11 matches confirmed. AEW World Title match, Adam Cole and MJF.
Here is your winner.
And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match and new Legends champion, Ravishing Rick Rude, your new Legends champion. Congratulations to Ravishing Rick Rude. Big win over 3 crazy villains in the Legends division. All right. Christian Hart dethroned, but also took out the mighty Zeus and the villain of the Archerverse, Kareem Key Woods. So an impressive night for Ravishing Rick Rude. Here we go. Next match of the evening. It is a Hell in a Cell Tornado Tag Team Championship matchup. Phenomenal Soul, Team Joe Link, and Team Anime J. It is formerly known as J Negative Gaming, of course. The Soul Man Jay Simmons, the Phenom Joe Lincoln, taking on Golden Baby. It is Kenny Jackson and Adam Cole getting ready to do their thing, put their titles on the line inside Hell in a Cell. That is the next match of the evening. But first, I'm going to get the payout issued for the last match. Give me one moment while I do that. All right, the winner was Ravishing Rick Rude. 1,777 Archer vs. Bucks being distributed. And here we go with the next betting line of the night. Who walks out world champions? Is it going to be Phenomenal Soul, Team Joe Link and Team Anime J, the Phenom Joe Lincoln and the Soul Man Jay Simmons, or Adam Cole and Kenny Jackson from Team Honeybee Wrestling, Golden Baby? Ten minutes to make your bets. Starting right now. And here we go. Next match of the night, again for the Wrestle Wars Genesis World Tag Team Championship. Tornado Tag Team action inside Hell in a Cell. Phenomenal Soul, Golden Baby. Let's turn and burn. And while these guys make their way to the ring, I'm actually going to utilize the break time notice that Strife had given me earlier tonight. Grab a fresh beverage, maybe visit the facilities. I will be right back. Enjoy the matchup if it starts before I get back.
This is a big-time opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the line here.
You're right, Michael, and judging from the response on social media heading into this match, we're likely to see a new champ crowned here tonight.
They're here. The champ comes into his title defense incredibly confident, Corey.
And with good reason, Cole. When you're the champ, you don't have to worry about winning. You just have to make sure you don't lose. That is the champion's advantage.
The following contest is a tag team Hell in a Cell match and is for the World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 456 pounds, Evolution. And their opponents at a combined weight of 428 pounds. They are the World Tag Team Champions, The Bar.
There you see what it's all about. Tag Team Gold. You have to think that winning these tag titles was a turning point for these superstars.
Oh, absolutely. And tonight is another turning point, Michael. They either keep the titles or we have new champions. Either way, it'll be hot news on WWE.com.
Arm drag provides an escape right across the larynx.
Oh, geez, you might break a neck that way.
I don't know what they're looking for here.
Oh, boy, come on, not the chair.
Bullseye with the drop kick.
Kicks to the lower back, clutching the wrist. Just absolutely punishing their opponent here, relentlessly.
There's no way out, no disqualification, and one fall to the finish. Corey, how does a superstar get the win in Hell in a Cell?
You gotta bear down and face your opponent head on. The task at hand is the most important thing in the Hell in a Cell. Using the cell as part of your offense is also highly advised.
Super kick finds the mark.
The challenger's looking shaken.
Going up top. Oh!
Soaring. That one fails to land. Missed the mark.
Down for a European arm breaker.
Pitching up Gooch Rubber. Absolutely planted. Turned that one around. Slingshot themselves through the ropes. Held in a perilous position.
Watch this display of power. Gorilla Press 2. This could be a tipping point in this match.
Nice takedown. Oof.
Now on the outside, right by those cell walls.
That table has only one destiny, and it involves being broken in half.
Off into the pin.
It'll take more than that to hold him down.
Followed up with a clothesline. Another big move.
Last shot. The champions need to finish the job. For the win. 2. Oh, got the shoulder up. I can't believe this match is going to continue.
Uh-oh. Able to avoid there.
Oh, this is a great move. The patella drop brain buster. The challenger not looking good right now.
And this is where Hell in a Cell earns its name, people. The damage.
The champion into the cover. Retains. No. Challenger kicks out.
And you gotta think he's just one final blow away from not kicking out next time.
A backbreaker
Archer.
He must have seen that coming.
Doesn't blink, doesn't even blink.
Oh, and a backbreaker.
Right to the spine.
And now the most dangerous area inside the cell.
Someone is messing with the production.
Oh, he knew what was coming.
Overhand right lands. You can begin to see it in these superstars' faces. Exhaustion is beginning to set in. They're starting to breathe heavier. This is the time where matches are won and lost. The champ is down. Title change. I can feel it.
He kicks out at 2.
So close. That could have been it.
No clue what he hopes to find down there. Well scattered reversal there.
Not lazy, I am making a coffee. I blame frog hammock legs.
Taking the easy way.
To see a complete list of champions from each respective brand, simply
and they have done their best not to let this structure affect them too greatly. Counter upon counter, great minds thinking alike.
I forgot to bring you one from the snack bar. Damn it.
I don't know if I want to go on this trip, guys, but you might have to because it's the longer way down. Last ride. The title might change hands. Amazing.
I do believe I saw the time skip just now.
It's far from over. Who knows what that kick out cost? The champ might be running on fumes.
Christian Taylor, I just subscribed for 2-5 champ should only work.
There's electricity running through this arena right now.
Will it be the spark for one of these competitors?
He's got the answer for that one.
Quickly slips behind.
German suplex.
From behind. Back suplex.
I have returned, and damn, I come in, and it is like pandemonium inside that cell. I mean, I don't know what's been transpiring. Right now, it looks like Phenomenal Soul in control of the matchup, but it was chaos. So tell me, Joe Link or anybody else who's paying attention, what's been going on in there? What has been going on inside the walls of steel that I missed? Because again, right now it looks like Phenomenal Soul doing a good job of controlling the matchup. But I haven't seen the entire match, so I don't know exactly what's transpired. Look at this, Joe Lincoln with a pinfall. Jay Simmons trying to submit Adam Cole. Cole kicks out. Kenny Jackson also kicks out. And Adam Cole going to work on the Soul Man. Kenny Jackson, however, still looking to regroup here. Oh! What a move by Adam Cole. Oh, he took a baseball bat to the head from Joe Lincoln. Cole kicks out. 2 count only there. Craziness. All right, so let's see. Joe Lincoln says it's been back and forth. The champ started out strong but lost momentum. Just going back to see what else. Christian Cool with a 25-month in a row Tier 1 subscription. Thank you very much, Christian Cool. The captain of the Cool Kids. Mayor of Coolville. And of course, he is infamously known as Santa Claus. Long-time follower, subscriber, and friend of the TWA community, and of course a personal friend of my own. Appreciate you, Christian Cool. I know you're listening and lurking while you're getting your stream ready to rock and roll.
As we all know, Hell in a Cell matches tend to deteriorate once the competitors leave the confines.
And speaking of Christian Cool, we will probably be visiting the Coolverse once we're done with our special edition of Wrestle Wars Genesis, which, by the way, so far, what an action-packed night. Great evening of professional wrestling action in the Squared Circle. Appreciate everybody for being here. Episode number 505. Our first show back in almost 2 weeks. I had some bad luck with illness. It was ghastly, I got to tell you. But I appreciate everybody turning out tonight and showing up and watching the show and enjoying their time with the community. You guys are all awesome. By the way, I believe we're up to 584 subscribers over at YTD World War III on YouTube. So congratulations for that as well. You guys are the driving force behind not just the Archiverse TV on Twitch, but over on YouTube as well. YTD World War III Dark and World War III Live have become a huge success on YouTube. So we appreciate you. And by we, of course, I mean, you know, the mods of the channel, myself. You should appreciate each other. We continue to be the late night place to be, the most must-see show on YouTube and Twitch TV, and of course the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. And that is because you guys make it that way. The Dragon of Death. What's going on, my friend? Welcome in. Appreciate you stopping by. Episode number 505 live. What's going on, Dragon? What's new and exciting? What's going on in Dragonville? Tell us. Have you done anything interesting lately? Did you go skydiving? Did you win an Oscar? Did you join a National Hockey League team? Did you win the lottery? Have any money left to you in an inheritance from people you didn't know? What's going on? Doing good. How about you? I'm doing much better than I was in the last couple weeks. I'm still kind of on the recoup. Had a virus I had to deal with, not COVID. And then right at the end of the tail end of that, I ended up with a fucking sinus cold. Just bad luck, really. Fucked up. I did not enjoy it, but I'm doing much better. This is our first live show back. Just about 2 weeks. We've, of course, been doing our dark matches on YouTube. Dragon, I don't know if you've been checking out YouTube, but we've got all kinds of action going on over there. YTD Dark, YTD Live. We're going to be doing our 28th episode of YTD Live here in the near future. Our next actual scheduled episode of Wrestle Wars Genesis will be Saturday night. We're going to see Kaiva Blade in action, challenging for the World Championship Saturday night. She is the contract case holder for the Wrestle Wars Genesis World Women's Championship. And she's going to get her chance to shine Saturday night when she challenges the quintuple champion, January, from Team Infinitoni. Strife says we reported him. Oh, sorry, I missed something here. I hope you started feeling better. Had to deal with the troll that made fun of Bray. Well, yeah, we had the same thing. Froggy Mothlegs banned him, and looks like he's been reported as well. Some quick work in action by the mods here. We have some of the greatest community members and mods in all of Twitch. I appreciate them keeping this a place for everybody to come here and feel safe and have a good time, have fun. What the fuck is Jay Simmons doing? Kenny Jackson. And now Jay Simmons, but he baited him. He's climbing back down the cell. Trying to tire him out by climbing the fucking cell. And now he's climbing back up the cell. Jay Simmons does not know what he wants to do. And now Kenny Jackson is going to climb down the other side. This is going to be like a cat and mouse. Oh, Jay Simmons is like, fuck that, here I come. Jackson's like, no, I'm going back up. Joe Lincoln taking care of business inside the cell. The Lincoln Ride on Adam Cole. Cole kicks out again. Wow. And finally, Jackson and Simmons meet on top of the cell, and here we go. It's going to get ugly really fast. Nice evasion there by Joe Lincoln. Evaded a standing drop kick by Adam Cole. Jay Simmons, look at that, he tapped out Kenny Jackson, but you cannot tap out on top of the cell. It has to be done inside the squared circle, which, by the way, I think is a stupid fucking rule. A stupid fucking rule. What does it matter where he taps? The referee should be paying attention at all times to all members and participants of the matchup. Oh, yeah, that command doesn't work. Yeah. Well, I mean, you can always create one. Froggy, you do have the power to do that. Did you miss Carter? I couldn't find Carter, actually. When it came to time to sign the contract and ink that contract, we couldn't find Carter. We don't know where the fuck Carter is. I know, right? He needs to make himself available for these signings. Stripe says he's over the cell. He's over the ring. Use take 2. Stripe's going off about something. I'm trying to pay attention to the fucking match and what Dragon's saying at the same time, and Strife is fucking with me here. I have no idea what he's talking about. Kenny Jackson. Oh, big jumping elbow right to the sternum of Jay Simmons. And Joe Lincoln and Adam Cole still going to war outside that cell. What a match this has been. I mean, I didn't see the beginning of the match, but Joe Lincoln said the champions started strong, lost a bit of momentum. Now it seems that they're maybe trying to pick momentum back up anyways. Joe Lincoln looking to join. Oh, Jackson was just put right through the top of the cell. Jackson's in big trouble here. The Soul Man looking for a pinfall. And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the Hell in a Cell matchup and new Wrestle Wars Genesis World Tag Team Champions from Team Joe Link. It is the Phenom, Joe Lincoln, from Team Anime J, the Soul Man, Jay Simmons. They are Phenomenal Soul, and they are your new World Tag Team Champions. Congratulations to Team Joe Link. That was a fantastic match, what I saw of it anyways. And ladies and gentlemen, we have brand new World Tag Team Champions. The list of Archers strikes again. Who got struck? Oh, he must have said AEW or something. Yeah, Archer has the list of Archer, which has some banned words like AEW. That is correct, sir. Thank you very much. Good form, Joe Link. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. New World Tag Team Champions. It is time to move on. And I'll get the payout issued for that as well. But here we go with the next match of the evening. And ladies and gentlemen, it is a fatal four-way contest. Falls count anywhere. I believe it is a elimination-style matchup. But it is for the Wrestle Wars Genesis Television Championship, the second most prestigious championship in TWA history. We've got the Ring General Gunther. We've got Mick Marvel from Team Mick Marvel.
Oh, gotcha.
Looking to shine in the spotlight, has had a great start to his career. Only one loss on his record. And he's getting an opportunity here tonight on Wrestle Wars Genesis against some of the best in the business, like Gunther, like Mnemonics from Team Techno, and of course the reigning defending champion from Team Life is Great. It is Psychosis, Kyle Riley, and of course he is debuting a brand new look. He's coming out with a new attitude, and he's going to look to pull out all the stops to defend his television championship that he just won not too long ago. But that is the next match of the night. Let me get the payout issued for the last match. The winners were Phenomenal Soul. 3,500 Archer vs. Bucks being distributed. Here we go. Who walks out television champion? Is it going to be Gunther? Mick Marvel? Perhaps it's going to be Mnemonics.
Holy shit, Kyle's new paint is great, laugh.
From Team Techno. Or the reigning, defending undisputed champion from Team Life is Great. Kyle Riley.
Truly.
10 minutes to make your bets. Starting right now. All right, here we go. Next match of the night. Wrestle Wars Genesis Television Championship on the line. Let's go.
How are you, Archer?
Redeem Tree of Knowledge or Rotten Fruit. Alright. Let me think. Froggy Athletics says, holy shit, Kyle's new paint is great. Dragon says, Walter is one of the best Intercontinental champions ever. Yes, well, hopefully he, very shortly here, smashes the Honky Tonk Man's record. He's mostly deserving. Plus, I would actually like to see, I don't know what their long-term plans are for Gunther, but I would actually like to see Gunther go into WrestleMania, Intercontinental Champion versus the World Heavyweight Champion, to be the first time in years that has happened. But I mean, Gunther's awesome.
Remember, guys, the title is on the line here in this one.
All right, Tree of Knowledge or Rotten Fruit. All right, so when I was younger, I had a dog. He was a King Shepherd, and when he was a puppy, we used to teach him all kinds of weird shit to do. He was very smart, so he would do the funniest things. Like he would go and he would knock over my mother's newspaper that was always sitting on the side table if we asked him to. We taught him to hide her slippers. But anyways, I came home one day and my fucking dad, I don't know how long he'd been practicing with the dog or whatever, but I came home one day and my dad had him actually go into the fucking fridge and get him a beer. Motherfucking dog. Now, it was one of those fridges that have the handles that you pulled out. It wasn't like embedded into the fridge or like most of them are now. But anyway, so it was a pull handle. So the dog went over and just used his nose, popped the handle, pawed the door open, grabbed the beer, and took it to my dad. One of the funniest, to this day, one of the funniest things I've ever fucking seen. I thought it was genius, but at the same time, kind of couldn't believe my own eyes when I saw it. But yeah, I thought that was cool. So that is the Tree of Knowledge or Rotten Fruit. Gunther will probably go to be world champion. Yeah, he should definitely go to be world champion. Definitely should be world champion. I agree. I do wish they would give Sheamus. You want Sheamus to have what?
Of dogs doing that and more. I say true.
Like a championship opportunity? What is it you want Sheamus to have?
A focused challenger about to compete in perhaps
not that I disagree or anything. The World Heavyweight, the World Heavyweight, yeah. Well, I don't disagree. How is Archer today, DC says. DC, I'm doing much better than I have been the past couple weeks. Much better. I feel mostly normal again. Still a little bit of a sinus cold hanging on, pissing me off at nighttime. Other than that, though, Froggy says Archer's recovering well and in top form.
And introducing the challenger, representing Imperium.
Froggy says, I 100% believe that story. Variant says, I've seen videos of dogs doing that and more. I say true. Anybody else want to take a shot if you think so? Tree of Knowledge or Rotten Fruit, for anybody that's newer that doesn't know what it is. I tell the story, you have to decide if it's complete bullshit I'm selling you or is the truth. And so far Froggy and Strife say it is true. DC says false. So we have 2 true and 1 false.
Absolutely no wasted energy.
Well, that's because Gunther is saving himself.
Here comes Gunther. He is himself a former 2-time television champion.
Intimidating as possible.
So he would love to wrap that championship around his waist for the 3rd time. But Kyle Riley, a force to reckon with. Doesn't matter who you are, what weight class you're part of. He has accomplished some incredible feats and tasks since joining TWA. Some incredible battles. Another one tonight. And here he comes, the repackaged Kyle Riley. Making his re-debut, if you will. From Team Life is Great, the reigning defending television champion, Psychosis. Kyle Riley.
Danger making his wrestling
And
debut.
introducing the champion from the fifth dimension, weighing in at 215
Kyle Riley, of course, a member of the Wolfpack Horsemen.
Television champion, Psychosis Kyle Riley.
He's a multiple-time champion himself. He's been a tag team champion.
Good reason, Cole. When you're the champ, you don't have to worry about winning. You just have to make sure you
And now currently the reigning defending television champion. And again, it is the second most prestigious championship in TWA history. Been around long before YTD Academy was formed and started running wild on YouTube. Because I'm sure some might say the Grand Prix Championship, which they wouldn't be wrong in thinking that. But the television championship has been around much longer. Dragon says, did you hear about Chris Danger making his wrestling debut? I did not. Tell me about that. Tell us, Dragon. Tell us about that. And by the way, the story was true.
Lots of competitors in the back.
So Froggy and Strife were correct. Oh, and Dragon was also correct. He said true as well. Yeah, it was the damnedest thing I'd ever seen. Well, especially at that time. But still one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I thought it was hilarious. I mean, it was cool enough that we had the dog like hiding slippers and knocking over newspapers just to piss my mother off. To watch him go into the fridge and grab a beer was fucking awesome. But anyway. The YTD titles were called Internet Championships before. Yeah, that's correct. Yep. Before YTD Academy became a bigger entity, they were simply Internet Championships. Joe Link knows his stuff.
And what's the difference between preparing for a Falls Count Anywhere match versus, say, a no DQ?
Good form, Joe Link.
But not here. There truly is no safe harbor, so it's important to mind.
And by the way, I don't know, Joe Link, if I wasn't paying attention when he said it earlier, but congratulations on Phenomenal Soul becoming World Tag Team Champions again. What a battle, though. What a battle with Golden Baby. You know damn well they're going to be wanting a rematch. They are going to be wanting a rematch. I mean, they were that close, you know, to defending those titles. It was a phenomenal matchup, especially what I saw of it. And apparently what I missed, in the beginning of the matchup, the champions were pretty much dominating until they lost a bit of momentum. And it was going back and forth the rest of the match I saw when I came back. Great matchup. I think Kenny Jackson being put through the cell, you know, that might have been one of the final nails in the coffin, I think. I'll tell you, this Mick Marble's been very impressive. Actually had a match early over in YTD Dark today on YouTube. But I've been watching his career very closely. And so far, wow, Mick Marble just eliminated the two-time television champion Gunther. Wow. Mnemonics got his crossface here held on the champion, but Kyle Riley's fighting it off. The champion's still in it to win it. Mick Marble now going right after Mnemonics. Interesting. Oh, he was going after Kyle Riley too. He does not care. He's in it to win it. He wants the gold. Oh, nice reversal by Kyle Riley.
He wants even more out of his opponent.
Kyle Riley is pumped up.
Suplex.
Nice suplex by Mick Marble.
Is it enough? The cover! And the
What the hell kind of count was that by the referee? Mick Marvel just got screwed. I mean, he had the pinfall there. I mean, what was the count there, do you think? For the 6 count? Referee just played dumb. Oh, a rack to a brain buster. Busted Pneumonics open. Pneumonics right back to his feet, though, going after the champion. Marvel from behind tosses Pneumonics into the ring. Riley from behind Marvel. German suplex on the concrete. Good God, what a match so far.
Run out of ringside and back to the mat. And come on now. Distasteful offense we've just... Look at this! He's doing a whole lot of gesturing, and it could cost him. Just a devil-may-care attitude on full display.
Strife. DC says, that's a long word. What does it mean? What word? I didn't even see.
And he slides him back to the mat.
Oh, contrarianism.
What do you think about Chad Gable?
Dragon says, what do you think about Chad Gable as of right now, Mr. Archer? I mean, I've always been a fan of Chad Gable. I just don't like how they make him seem like a vulnerable little dweeb all the time. I wish they would do something different with him. I think he's got the talent, he's got the charisma. I think he's got the esteem. I think he could pull off a better role than what they're giving him. You know, a little edgier of a role. I think let him showcase his wrestling skills a little more. I mean, I've always been a Chad Gable fan, so I'm probably biased in my opinion anyways, but I wish they would do something more with him. Master Gable, he sure is. Good form, Joe Link. Indeed is Master Chad Gable. Strife, when you have someone purposefully answer opposite of everyone, yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I fucking actually told her what the word, so I read the word and then forgot to explain what it meant. Thanks, Strife, at least you got back to her. I ended up talking to Dragon and then, of course, Joe Link. He's more of Kurt Angle's son than Jason Jordan. That's my big hot take. Joe Link says, yeah, he is.
He just kicked out by a fraction of a second.
Dodge. A bad place to be for the challenger.
Did Kyle Riley get eliminated? Did the champion get taken out of the match? I do not see Kyle Riley. I think we had another elimination. I must have missed it while I was catching up with Chad. So it is now down to Pneumonics versus Mick Marvel for the Wrestle Wars Genesis Television Championship. Wow. Gunther and Kyle Riley eliminated already.
Gable finds out that he's related to Kurt Angle and then make Kurt Angle his manager. We missed it, but Kyle got taken out. New champ. Even Alpha Academy is kinda like Kurt's faction, but college.
Strife says new champ. There's definitely we are guaranteed a new champion. That is correct. Even Alpha Academy is kind of little Kurt's faction, but college-like. Kind of like Kurt's. Yeah, kind of like Kurt's. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. But I think they could do a lot better with Chad Gable. You know what I mean? I think he has what it takes to. I don't know. But I do like Chad Gable, though. I thought it was cool that he got the count-out win over Gunther. I did like that. I thought that was well played. Because a lot of times when they try to pull shit like that off, it is not well played and ends up just stupid. Dragon says, I liked where he lost the Miz in the box. So, Dragon, I assume you're a Chad Gable fan yourself? I mean, I know Joe Link is. You are, yeah.
It is loud and it is mad in here.
What would you like to see them do with Chad Gable? I mean, first and foremost, I think he should become United States champion. I really do. I think that he should become United States champion.
I would like to see him in a rivalry with Roman Reigns at some point.
Holy shit. Look at that. We absolutely have a brand new champion, and ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and a new Wrestle Wars Genesis television champion from Team Mick Marvel. It is Mick Marvel. He is your new television champion. Congratulations. Another new champion tonight. This time it is Mick Marvel picking up the big W. After a tremendous beginning to his career at YTD World War III Dark and Live, he gets opportunity here tonight, Wrestle Wars Genesis, and is the new television champion. Wow.
Mick Marvelous.
Take a look at the winner of
Absolutely fantastic.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, you have to believe this win
YTD Academy Dark Match, the Occult versus Alpha Academy, and Kurt Angle in a 6-man elimination tornado tag team submission match only. I don't even know if we have Kurt Angle under contract, actually. Dragon says, I'd like to see him in a rivalry with Roman Reigns at some point. I don't know if they would do that or not. I mean, I don't know really what their long-term plans with Roman Reigns are at all. They're being very cryptic about the whole thing, really, when you think about it. But, all right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is the main event of the evening. And from Team Joe Mama, it is Cletus, a.k.a. Buff, taking on the reigning defending world champion from Team Infinite Oni, Johnny Rainbow, putting his title on the line. Best 2 out of 3 falls count anywhere. This is going to be a hell of a slobber knocker of a matchup. Cletus, another superstar from YTD Academy that started off his career a little bit rocky. He started off 1-2 in his first 3 matches, and since then has been on a tear. He's been a savage man, unhinged over at World War III, and he himself getting opportunity against Johnny Rainbow. 2 out of 3 falls count anywhere for the Wrestle Wars Genesis World Championship. That is next. Let me get the betting line taken care of for the last matchup. Mick Marvel was the victor of the match. 1,599 Archiverse bucks being distributed. And here we go. The final betting line of the night. Who walks out world champion?
Is getting tired of it. Some of the superstars have even said it themselves in
interviews. Is it going to be Cletus?
Oh, Archer, can I tell on Glenn?
Or Team Infinite Oni's Johnny Rainbow? $10 minutes to make your bets, starting right now. All right, here we go. Without further ado, it is time to turn and burn. Cletus versus Johnny Rainbow. 2 out of 3 falls for the Wrestle Wars Genesis World Championship. Let's go. Then, of course, once the match is over, we're going to invade Team Christian Cool. I believe this should be the destination tonight. I believe it is what we should do. The mayor of Coolville, captain of the Coolverse, and of course, commander of the Cool Kids, Santa Coolaws, is live over at the Coolverse. And we're going to go check out Christian Cool's channel and see what he's up to and what his community's doing. Show a little support for another one of our long-time community members in Christian Cool. Then, of course, we'll see each other again live Saturday night for our regular scheduled episode of Wrestle Wars Genesis. It is going to be another great night of action as we get ready to officially kick off the road to our next big stream preview, our next big SPV of 2023. We'll be making announcements about that in the near future, so stay tuned for that. Then, of course, we'll be having dark matches at YTD Academy Dark. Dark matches, championship matches. The action is always fantastic, whether it's YTD World War III Dark, live, or an episode of Wrestle Wars Genesis. But that's where we're going. We're going to go visit Santa Claus.
That's what will win him the title tonight.
Who again is live over at the Coolverse.
Wow. Fine, I'll go there with you, but I'm not staying.
All right. So lots of time to get your bets in. Who you think's going to win the matchup? Cletus from Team Joe Mama, or the reigning defending champion from Team Infinite Oni, Johnny Rainbow?
Okay, LOL. We have not seen him yet. I think one of them will win.
All right, so who do you guys got? What do you guys think? DC says, oh, Archer, can I tell on Glenn? You absolutely can tell on Glenn. Abso-fucking-lutely tell on Glenn. What did Glenn do?
As we get started here, let me remind everybody that the
No
title
idea.
is on
The
the
one
line
that
here tonight.
wasn't
Yeah, but that's
taken.
just a mere form.
Dragon said they should just let his title reign come to an end, and he's been dominant at this point. And plus, everyone is getting tired of it. Some of the superstars have even said it themselves in interviews. Well, I mean, you know, things like that always run their course. The thing is, at the end of the day, he's also making a pile of money in merchandise sales and everything else. Being the longest reigning champion in decades. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. But yeah, I mean, I don't disagree. I think it's time for a passing of the torch.
Introducing the challenger from Birmingham, Alabama,
or at least to have him dethroned. You know, he can always have a down the line at some point. I mean, he's going to be hitting Hollywood and doing some things here and there, but I mean, he could come back and try to reclaim his status as the tribal chief, but do it as a baby face and could probably have a resurgence at that point.
Commercial.
But for now,
Glenn wouldn't do so. I just could join your show.
Let's
without
see.
you saying
A
good
title
for it.
coveted by legends
But what is
and
the fun
hungry
in joining
young
if you know
talent
I
alike.
can? How did Cletus get a shot before Kenny?
fine, I'll go there with you, but I'm not staying.
It's all fun. Andre the Giant.
Cool. We have not seen him yet. He was here earlier. He actually subscribed for the 25th month.
Check out the latest crazy.
TC says, I think one of them will
Purchase
win.
your coffee
The
cup,
champion came out here.
Well, thank you for
swinging their
that.
belt around. Don't know
URL.
if that's their way of playing mind games.
No idea that one wasn't taken. Really hoping for a draw now. It's what Glenn didn't do. Strife said, commercial.
Over into an arm drag
Glenn
there.
wouldn't do, so I just could join your show without you saying good for it. But what is the fun in joining if you know I can? Fair point.
Variants of Strife, welcome back.
Rocked with a headbutt, but not
Froggy
done
Mothlegs
yet.
with a
A
TWA
second
Championship
one.
television op. Andre the Giant looking to challenge the new champion Mick Marvel Saturday night.
Military press. Holy moly.
Or on an episode of YTD Dark. You never know. The television championships do make their rounds to YTD World War III from time to time, as do the Legends Championships.
I hope there is something good in that.
Everyone says back. Infinity says, hang in, I got 9 ads. Good God. Somebody should gift Infinite Oni a subscription. That way he doesn't have to have 9 ads. That is absolutely ghastly. You know, I'm starting to think this isn't the best 2 out of 3 falls match. I think this might be a pure championship rule set match. Which is odd. That was not the original plan for the main event of the evening. It was supposed to be best 2 out of 3 falls, but apparently the booking committee seems to really like the pure championship rule setting and have now applied it to tonight's World Championship matchup. So Cletus has 8 minutes to try and... Holy fucking speared Johnny Rainbow right out of his boots right there. But anyways, he's got 8 minutes to try and dethrone the world champion. Otherwise, the world championship retains via draw. And or Johnny Rainbow has another 7 minutes 50 seconds to defeat Cletus. Good Lord, Cletus all over Johnny Rainbow at the moment, but Johnny Rainbow still in it to win it. Kicks out at 2. Cletus going right back to work on the reigning champion, Johnny Rainbow. Rainbow get back to his feet here, though. Look at the size difference. Cletus is a behemoth. An absolute behemoth.
What a barrage of stops. And now he's really falling behind.
Oh, and he says finally out of ads. How did Cletus get a shot before Kenny Jackson? Cletus was gifted opportunity. Kenny Jackson gets his opportunity Saturday. Very simple. If you pay attention to YTD Academy, Cletus has been on a tear over there, so he's just being gifted an opportunity.
Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? Back suplex. Spine crushing.
He did not just join.
Looking shaken.
He's had several matches already. Again, if you pay attention to YTD Academy, you know. He's had several matches. Same as Mick Marvel.
Byron, in the world of romance, this is what we call
matter of fact, Cletus and Mick Marvel just recently got victories in YTD Academy to add to their so far impressive beginnings of their careers.
Oh, haven't seen this in a long time. The old air raid siren. I don't know how you survive that. Here we go.
Oh! Good God, he missed that by a long shot.
I don't care how bold you are. Missing on those kind of maneuvers will send you to
Oh, DDT.
A medical attention might be needed out here. That was
Rainbow turning it on here.
He's returning fire.
The power of Cletus.
I would like to complain.
The man is humongous.
My food is hot.
Control of their opponent with more in mind.
Discus punch.
Shades of the Texas tornado right there.
Slips out of harm's way.
Oh, look at that. Slips out the back door. Nice reversal by Johnny Rainbow. Rainbow shows no fear of Cletus at all.
The count just keeps going up.
Brought down with a DDT.
Busted Cletus wide open.
And his eyes are piercing through the opposition.
Man. Oh! Right in the midsection.
Look at this.
And a fataxia, as of course Fat Lad Mitchell Vaughn would call it. An ataxia to everybody else.
Making it out.
Might have been a foolish move on behalf of the challenger, almost taunting the champ with that move.
How draining was that? Now a pin for the championship.
Cletus looking for a pinfall here.
3, no, a kick out just in time.
Rainbow kicks out, 2 count only.
To wells they didn't even know existed.
Vicious right forearm.
TC says, I'd like to complain, my food is hot. I mean, unless you're eating a cold soup, shouldn't it be hot? I mean, what am I missing? Stripe says, you bunch of whiners.
Kick to the gut. I have a theory what's coming next.
Oh! An ataxia on Johnny Rainbow.
One should be able to defeat.
Wow, look at that. That is it. That is all. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and a new Wrestle Wars Genesis World Champion from Team Joe Mama, Cletus, your new World Champion. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all for episode number 505. Again, we will be live Saturday night. We're going to have a lot going on. Kaiva Blade going to be cashing in her contract case, going for the World Championship. I would imagine Johnny Rainbow going to be looking for a rematch Saturday night as well. Crazy match. Cletus a behemoth. Johnny Rainbow's got him bleeding all over the place. But it wasn't enough to shut down the behemoth of a man. We'll see what happens Saturday night. It is going to be a great evening of matches as we continue our road. We're officially going to kick off to the next SPV of 2023. And again, there'll be more information of that down the line. But that's it for tonight. It was a great evening. Thanks everybody for being here. It was our first show in just about 2 weeks. It was a good time as always. And now we are going to go check out Team Christian Cool and see what's rocking and rolling over in the Coolverse. But DC, have a great night. Strife, Oni. Oh, we got a Hardwood in here now. Welcome in, Hardwood. We did all see the news. Yeah, it is sad news. I mean, it's never nice when anybody passes, but I mean, far too young, far too soon. I mean, the pro wrestling industry lost a great mind for the business. But anyways, thanks for being here, Hardwood. Unfortunately, it's the end of the show. We'll be live again Saturday night for Wrestle Wars Genesis. It's going to be a lot going down. We've got contract case being cashed in for a world title opportunity. We're going to have a rematch between Johnny Rainbow and Cletus, especially considering it wasn't the correct match type. It was supposed to be best 2 out of 3 falls. Somehow it ends up being a pure championship rule matchup. Not really sure why that took place. But anyways, neither here nor there. Saturday night's going to be a great night of in-ring action. A lot going on. A lot went down tonight. We're going to see Winter Swarm re-challenging for the championship after a fantastic battle with the Wolfpack gals. So there's going to be a lot going on. And again, we're going to officially kick off the road to the next big SPV of 2023, our next big stream per view. So we'll see you then. For now, you don't have to go home. You do have to get the fuck out. It is time to go see Christian Cool.